It's open mic night. The guest is you.
One of these days will be the one. Looking for answers. What a disaster. These are the days my heart goes numb. My heart goes numb. Of the ashes, the spirits light up the night, looking down the
Now, we're live from the Untold Radio Network. It's Untold Radio AM with Monster Quest producer, host Doug Hajicek, and co-host Jeff Perrella Jr. Untold Radio AM is going live right now. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Yep, that's the ticket. Now here are your Untold Radio AM hosts, Doug Hajicek and Jeff Perrella Jr.
Hello. How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing good. Busy day today.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, good on.
I got saved. I fell asleep. I was at my desk, zonked out, and Yvette comes back and woke me up, and I'm like, oh, crap. What time is it?
Got a little scare. Yeah, that's no good.
I'll do that. I'll just fall asleep right in my chair. Anyhow, I'm glad everybody is here.
Good to see everyone. Yep.
Yeah, welcome.
All of our friends in chat. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We had kind of fun this weekend, didn't we?
We did.
We went up to the Minnesota Bigfoot Conference, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But first, we are doing open mic night, special open mic night. So if you have a story, an encounter, a ghost story, a time glitch, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to
email me for a link. I got the link up on the screen there. It's Jeff P, JEFFP at untoldradioam.com. So send me an email. I'm happy to send you a link. If you don't want to go on screen, we can do audio only. You can set when you log in. You can set that. If you want to just turn your camera off, that's totally fine. But we're welcome to listen to anybody's story.
So you can come on in your underwear
if you really want. Just don't let us see it.
Yes. Just keep your camera off. Anyhow, so like, yeah, anything goes as long as it's something interesting.
And in good taste.
We don't want to hear about your trip to the grocery store. Well, maybe Jeff does.
Not really.
I don't. But no, it'd be cool if you want to come on. Here's your chance. Okay, so this weekend, we went up to Grand Rapids, and we were joined by lots and lots of people, including some of our listeners who were up there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And yeah, we really did. We had fun.
Had a blast.
And you manned the booth. I didn't have to.
Sold a lot of books. The Hangar One booth. Yeah, I sold a lot of books.
Oh, good for you. Was it you or Brendan that sold a lot of books?
Brendan actually, and I think he's listening. He's up in Orr. Up at his cabin in Orr. I'm heading up there Friday. He actually is a really good salesman. He talked more than I did. I kind of did the nuts and bolts, and he did the selling. But he did a great job. He's very knowledgeable about the books. So and they're great books. I love the Hangar One books. I have a bunch of them. I bought 4 more myself while I was working the table.
That's funny. That's hilarious. And then there was the New York Bigfoot Conference the same weekend, put on by Loretta Collins and Mark DeWorth. And I guess that was a big success. And they've already booked for next year. So there'll be the second annual New York Bigfoot Conference. And I'm sure that the one we went to was a success. It was, it was busy.
Yeah, we had a full room most of the day. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I had a really fun time. I liked it because I didn't have to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. As much fun as the actual event was, we had great speakers, great presenters. I had so much fun just meeting people, meeting fans of the show, meeting the researchers. It's a ton of fun. I highly recommend. And that was my first ever Bigfoot convention. So first of many. I really had a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I thought Abe did a really good job.
He did. Worked hard. Him and the whole team up there, they worked hard. They put on a good show.
And we had people show up. See, let me name a few here. Mike, Eric, Joel, Mitchell, John, and April, Montoya, of course. And of course, my buddy Adam Colt went up. And now Adam, I kind of played a joke on Adam. So, okay. So a while back, he was in charge of booking rooms for us for a ATV cancer, a cancer fundraiser, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we went on this ride, and literally in the middle of the ride, we get a call like, we got all your stuff in garbage bags, and you gotta, if you don't pick it up by like 8:00, we're gonna throw everything in the garbage or whatever. So we're like, what? We booked for 2 nights. And they're booting us out right in the middle of our ride. Anyhow, so we got back all muddy and we were thick, covered with mud. Our faces, our clothes, everything. And we had nowhere to shower. So I thought, what could I do to Adam to get him back for that? I've been kind of plotting. So my thing is, I called him up the other, before we went. I said, well, I got the room for you. And what I did is got Adam a kid's room. And booked it and blah blah blah. Okay, so we get up there and I load my stuff in my king bedroom, and Adam opens his door, and there is it looks like something out of a kindergarten classroom, with bunk beds, little tiny beds, and I don't know, he had 3 bunk beds in there. And by the way, Adam said they were the worst, hardest beds he's ever slept in.
Well, they're made for kids that weigh about a third of what he
Yeah. So anyhow, do you have that? So he gets in one of the amenities in the room was a rocking horse.
Yep.
And so I said, get on the damn rocking horse, and I videotaped him on there he is. I think it's a video. There you go. So this is Adam.
This big boy bed.
And then of course I was showing people downstairs at the bar.
This video got a lot of airplay at the convention. Yeah.
And the bartender said something like, I think I'm gonna pee my pants.
She was a great bartender too. Yeah. The whole staff up there was great. It was a good event. Well run.
I've never had a bartender say that. Anyhow. So then we had fun. Anyhow, so if you wanna bring Adam on,
welcome Adam.
There he is, the
big boy, Adam, the big boy, his big boy bed.
Yep,
I got you back, didn't I?
You did.
Well,
I love the fact we were walking down the hall, and Doug opened that room first, and he closes it quick. He goes, "Whoops, wrong room." Then we load all this stuff in the room, and then he's like, "Here's your room." He like sends it and opens it. I'm like, oh my god! I mean, it had the dinosaur and the fish on the shower curtain, and it was everything. It was a full kids suite. So.
Yeah, he had the frog Kleenex dispenser too, as I remember.
Yeah.
But mainly it was the beds. I mean, that was the joke.
Yeah, the beds were brutal. So.
Oh, I knew it would be. Anyhow.
You got me. You got me good.
Yeah. Well, we still had fun. You were a good sport about it.
Yeah.
And then there was something about tequila and rocking horses. And then Adam wrote a really quick song and played this song for the bartender called Rocking Horses and Tequila, and then she said, I'm really going to pee my pants. So.
Yeah. We synchronized the AI song to the Rocking Horse video, and Tanya really enjoyed it.
Yeah, there you go. All right. What else do we got going on here? And I know there were some new people I met. I met a guy named Moose, who we're going to get on here. I'm going to call him maybe as early tomorrow and get him on. Man, he's got two crazy stories, both from up there, up in, the Grand Rapids area. So that was really cool. And then we got to reconnect with Todd Neese, reconnected with Russell Accord, Maria Mayer, and then Carl Supp, of course, rode up with me. Oh my God, here's Carl. He just popped in. I'm going to let Carl on.
Want him on? Here we go.
Yeah,
Carl.
Hell yeah. Get him on.
Hey,
guys.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Good to see you again.
Hey, Carl.
Coming live from a hotel room in Dallas.
Are you really? Yeah.
Yeah.
You went from hotels to hotels, didn't you?
I know. Yeah, I did.
So me and Carl and Adam rode up together, and what a trip that was.
Yeah, I even got to see that palatial room that Adam had. That was awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
And you got to ride in the Squatchmobile.
I got to ride in the Squatchmobile. That was exciting.
Yeah,
and we even gave a hitchhiker a ride in the Squatchmobile. That was
He leaves this thing in my driveway that looks like the Ghostbusters ambulance, and it looks like a movie prop. It really does. I
did send Jeff a picture of it if you want to put it up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna show people.
Oh, I didn't see.
That's too funny.
Give me 1 second.
So
yeah, it looks exact. I mean, there were like people driving by taking pictures of it. Well, that's a crappy picture.
That's what I got.
Enjoy it. That's your picture, Adam?
Well, it's one of them. I can dig up another one, I'm sure.
That's terrible. You can't even see it. Anyhow, it's covered with gear and satellite dishes and
decals.
Yeah, decals all over it. You can't make out that picture. Terrible picture. Shame on you, Adam.
Another day. I think it might even be. I was going to say, I don't think a Sasquatch would be able to see it.
No.
Would,
right.
You get another week in the kids' room again next year.
All right.
I got to call now to reserve that. Make sure you get that next year.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and then I was deeply honored. They played 3 of my tribute videos up on the big screen.
Yeah, those are well received. They're great.
It was the Four Horsemen, the Jeff Meldrum tribute, and the new Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin tribute I did called 954 Frames. So it was kind of cool. And then on a more somber note, obviously, I think we even talked about it last week. We lost Jane Goodall. Who I did get to. I spent an entire day with her once. That was
amazing.
Yeah, to me, it was like a lifetime. That was pretty cool.
That's great. Yeah, that's amazing. How lucky.
Yeah. And so I wrote a tribute called Into Gombe after I got back from the conference. I had started it, but I didn't finish it. But I finished it, and we'll play that in just a little bit if you have it, Jeff.
I have ready whenever you want.
I know it was a massive file, so
yeah, I had to go down to low res again.
Oh, you did? Okay,
but we got it.
Yeah, it's a massive file. But yeah, I got to pick because of Dr. Lynn Rogers and the North American Bear Center that I was a board member. He calls me up one day and he goes, could you pick Jane Goodall up at the airport? I'm like, yeah, I'm available. And so we picked her up. Dr. Lynn Rogers was with me, and we picked her up, and Joe Frischella was with, and we picked her up and went to all sorts of events. So it was really cool. Anyhow, what a sweet lady. Maybe now would be a good time. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's play Into Gombe right now.
Here we go.
Jane held her dreams like fragile seeds, eyes toward the wild. Near human hearts she leads. From London rains to Africa's dawn, she traded her town for a jungle path long. Into Lombe she walked alone, where forests whisper, the chimps have their own. She lingered in silence, shadowed and slow, naming those she met, learning what they know. She listened at Gombe, heard voices in tall trees, saw sorrow and laughter, hope in every breeze. Between human and primate, she built a bridge of trust. She showed us how to honor all creatures, how to care as we must. In twig and termite, in ritual and tool, in conflict and kindness, in play and in rule. She saw war in the families, compassion and strife, and taught us the truth of our kinship in life. He is the dude she fonded, the youth she inspired, labs and classrooms where passion is fire. Her soft voice on stages, her footprints worldwide, a legacy of love with earth at her side. Now Jane Goodall rests beyond the veil, but her echoes in forests will forever prevail. What we carry is the compass she left in our hearts, her questions, in our actions, her heft. Jane listened at Gombe, she taught forest hands to heal. The world feels quieter now, where her presence was real. May we hear in her silence, may we answer her call, to guard, to love, to wonder, as she did above all. Her soft voice still lingers, her footprints abide, a legacy of love with the wonders of earth at her side.
Yeah, that was great. Good job.
That was fantastic. Wow.
Thank you. Anyhow, any words, Carl, you would like to say on Jane's behalf. I'm sure that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, as a kid, I mean, I was always mesmerized, right? I wasn't, sure, I'd watch the occasional Saturday morning cartoons, right? But I was always watching, as we talked about in the car, Wild Kingdom and just about every other special, and I just remember how special that was, and I'm super jealous that you you got to spend a day with her. I mean, that would be that's amazing. But just her demeanor and her understanding of that. I mean, I actually apply a lot of those same techniques when I'm out in the field researching as well. And it's I certainly not sure I would have the courage, to do that sometimes if I didn't look back at that and say, if Jane could do it, I could do it,
She's very brave.
So.
Yeah. And there's really not a lot of people that don't use a little bit of her kindness when they do research.
Yeah.
I think most people I meet do. It's just kind of, it's a mutual respect. Obviously, they must sense that.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I know I concluded my speech at the Minnesota Bigfoot conference, with just, be a friend, and I know they know that, and it's, and like I said, it's something that Jane did, she became one of them, and it, and that opened the doors to so much understanding and knowledge that, it's what we have to do.
Yeah.
It's true. Adam, do you have anything you want to throw in there?
No, I was just thinking back to the days of Mutual Omahas, and that show inspired a whole generation.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I remember. I'm old enough to remember the first time. Probably Jane Goodall was on TV back in I think it was probably in the late '60s or mid '60s.
Yeah, mid-late '60s, I think. Yeah.
A
little before my time, but yeah, she was something else.
Yeah, and I did. They did an IMAX movie that I went and saw on her. Gosh, that was back in the '90s, I believe. Did any of you guys see that IMAX?
I remember that one. I remember the big National Geographic documentary she did is just so memorable when she was embedded with the. I mean, that's just. I think everyone's seen that documentary. Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, that was life changing. Nobody had done that before. It's incredible.
Yeah, it was. So if anybody wants to come on, say a few words about Jane, you're welcome to do that. Don't be shy, people.
Yeah, come on up.
You don't even have to have your camera on. And just
come on.
We're easy to talk to.
Yeah, send. Jeff, did you put your email address up?
I did. I'll put it on again. Give me one second here.
And while we're waiting, I have a question for you three.
Okay.
Back in, I think we're all pretty close to the same age, but back when I was in school, it was kind of this, vibe from the teachers that like, oh, you can't be an archaeologist. We already discovered everything. We know everything. We know everything about the stars. We know everything about about atoms. It was really interesting. I got, there's a lot of jobs I would have probably tried to do if I had been encouraged to go that direction, Yeah. But it was like, oh yeah, we know everything. And here we are, 2025, and we're just now learning so many new things. It's amazing. So
yeah.
I guess it's kind of nice that I'm the young guy here. I'm the youngest by a fair amount, so I'm kind of happy about that. I don't get to say that very often. That I'm the youngest guy here. Did you find
that were your teachers kind of like that in your era or not?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was. There was the teachers I really loved the most were the ones that, encouraged you to think outside the box and really keep an open mind and think critically. And then there was those teachers that said the book has it. That's the Bible on that subject, and you are, and there's no need to go any further than those boundaries, and I never ever thought that. So, but I think that's what drives me still today.
I grew up in Colorado, and I 100% would have been a gold prospector if I knew that was a real job. And here they got TV shows about it. So,
yep,
it's true. Yeah, no, there were a lot of bad teachers at one point that really discouraged thinking out of the box or doing anything. That's one reason I don't think I've told this publicly, but I walked out of school at a very young age, never came back, because I just felt like they were just destroying me mentally.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I left college for the same reason. Yeah. So
yeah, I escaped.
I ended up with a completely useless degree because I was not really given great advice. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, there's a lot of poor people that go to college too. They go on beyond high school, they graduate, and then they go on to college and waste even more of their life and go into debt and do a lot of things. So yeah, we definitely need to get back to roots, I think.
Yeah.
And get out there. I mean, I think you can if you just want to look at the money, I think you can make way more as a plumber.
Yeah. Yeah. Skilled trades are the way to go, I think, right now.
For right now, yeah. Anyhow, well, let's go on and let's do our weird and fast news. Or is it fast and weird?
It's weird and fast. Here we go.
It's time for weird and fast news. Yeah! It's time for weird and fast news.
Weird and fast.
Okay, good. I'm glad it's weird and fast. Anyhow, first thing on the weird and fast news is they have decided that bears consume a certain type of probiotic in the fall, different microbes that help them put on weight. So it says here, researchers have discovered that changes in gut bacteria play a key role in how grizzly bears pack on massive fat reserves before hibernation. I found that really interesting.
Yeah.
By analyzing microbial shifts, and I've never really heard that term, microbial shifts in our guts. And that's really fascinating. And they found these shifts with these microscopic partners help drive energy storage, allowing bears to thrive through long foodless winters. The findings could even shed light on human obesity and metabolism. So there you go.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. They're smarter than us in some ways.
What, the microbes?
No, the bears. They know what to eat. They got a better. Even though they eat.
But it would be neat if they came up with there's some probiotics that you could take, during various parts of the year if you wanted to lose weight.
Yeah.
Or you want to put on weight.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be useful.
I know a few people that need to put on weight.
I'm not one of them.
And you know who you are. Okay. I get jealous. All right. Then the Florida Aquarium moves hundreds of marine animals to a new mega facility. Apparently, the Moat Marine Laboratory in Florida has relocated over 400 marine creatures, from manatees to sharks, sea turtles to penguins, into a new, listen to this, $130 million Moat Sea facility. The move involves specialized transport, oxygenated tanks, climate-controlled trucks, and is designed to improve both animal welfare and public access to conservation education. So there you go. And so I guess they're going to be able to, get room service, Jeff?
First class room service for all the penguins. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then the longest woolly rhino horn has been discovered.
I hit the wrong button. Hold on.
Jeff hit the wrong button. I think he gets the kids' room next year.
I'll get it.
Wrong button.
Get it.
Jeff gets the kids' room now.
There we go.
Okay.
Hit the wrong
So
button.
apparently researchers have uncovered a woolly rhino horn stretching over 1.6 meters in Siberian permafrost, the longest ever found. Based on growth bands, the horn is kind of like tree rings. The team estimates the rhino lived at least 40 years old, even under the harsh ice conditions. What a beast that would have been. Could you imagine having that thing go after you?
Man, that's impressive. Yeah. 1.6 meter. That's
a big
horn
horn.
That's that's something else.
All right. And then universal anti-venom. So apparently they're working on a universal anti-venom.
That would be useful.
Project aims to tackle venoms of dozens of snake species. So they're trying to develop a universal anti-venom. So scientists are developing a universal anti-venom cocktail combining, Jeff, do you want to take a stab at that word? Monoclonal?
Monoclonal, yeah.
Yeah, monoclonal.
Yep.
Thanks, smartass. Antibodies and small molecular drugs. Apparently, an early test, it neutralized venom from 19 different cobras and kraits and other species. But skeptics warn that venom variation may make a single cure unworkable in real-world settings.
Yeah, there's a ton of variation in venoms. So some of them do radically different things the way they work.
Oh yeah, I know in Arizona they actually milk rattlesnakes, in order to get the venoms to make antivenom and have that on hand at the hospitals. So
they do that by hand to this day, don't they?
Yes, they do. They do. Yeah, there's no milking machine they can hook up to them.
And
like
it's worth a lot of money. I remember reading an article about it. That venom is extremely valuable.
And they do the same thing with scorpions too. Yeah. They milk them that way. So
now this next one is about primates. So China launches a primate brain mapping consortium. And we wonder, what is primate brain mapping? It says a new international consortium is underway to produce multi-omic. I don't know what that means. Omic. Anybody want to take a guess on that? Multi-omic brain atlases across primate species that includes marmosets, macaques, and humans. The goal is to map every cell type in their brains and better understand evolution, cognition, and disease. Wow. So who knows? Adam, you can donate your brain.
Well, everyone says I got a big head here, so there's no.
Well, the way your camera's looking up your nose, yeah, what do you expect? So it says that let's see, I'm looking here. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Think programs like this just seem really weird to me, but I guess. God knows what they cost. And then many animals grow hot-tempered in heat waves that apparently triggers aggression across different species. So the picture obviously illustrates primates, alligators, deer, lizards, birds, and whatnot. Apparently they have more animal attacks when the temperature soars. It says a new study shows that when temperatures rise, aggression increases in species from salamanders to monkeys. Warm days and social dynamics are confirmed in the animal kingdom, and maybe even humankind. Like, who isn't more crabby when they're hot and humid?
Yep.
Right. Raise your hand.
Oh yeah.
I just like, well, how much money did they get for this study?
No kidding.
That's an actual photograph.
They could have just called
too.
me. I would have done it I would have told them for free.
That's an actual photograph. It was a hell of a party. Look at that.
Yeah, that was a photograph. Yeah, look at it. And you notice I dropped the Bigfoot in the corner. Remember last week I had a little Bigfoot in.
Oh yeah.
Corner. I didn't do that this time.
Well, you should have.
I should have.
Should have gotten the actual photograph.
I'm over it now. But I'm just like, I don't know. Whatever these programs, it's interesting, but I think we all kind of knew that.
Yeah.
You know, when it's hotter, why wouldn't a deer be more crabby?
Somebody got paid a lot of money to tell us that.
I know. Adam's more crabby when it's hot, right?
Oh yeah.
We all are.
And when I'm tired too.
All right. That's enough news. Enough of that crap. And then we've got the very weird, untold fact of the week. And this is a weird one. You got to brace for this one. Are you ready there,
fact
Jeff?
of the week.
Yeah.
It's now time for Untold Radio Weird Fact of the Week. That is kind of weird.
Okay,
All right.
That was pretty good.
So octopuses.
Octopi.
Oh, please. Octopus. That's
Octopi.
plural. Octopus, right, Carl? Octopus is plural.
I think it's octopi.
My God, you guys. Adam, get on my side, please. Octopus. I'm not saying octopi.
Okay.
Octopus DNA can edit itself in real time. So apparently they can do their editing of their own DNA. Now, another reason why I think they're aliens. Okay, let me read this. Unlike humans, obviously, octopuses, see?
Sure.
Octopuses, not octopi.
Whatever you say, Doug.
Yeah. Octopuses and squids can reprogram their RNA on the fly, essentially editing how their genes are expressed without changing their underlying DNA. So they can tweak their own DNA. That is so cool. Apparently, this lets them adapt their nervous systems quickly to changing environments like shifting water temps. Scientists call it biological software updates.
So you wonder where they started out. I mean, there's no fossil record, so who knows what the heck they were 3 million years ago.
Maybe that's how they got so weird. They just
that probably is. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good adaptive
How come he
trait.
didn't put the picture up?
Oh,
what's wrong with you?
I thought I had it up.
My God,
it's up on my screen.
You know how hard I worked on that picture.
That actual photograph? I'm sorry. You know what? I had it on my screen. I thought I had it up on the big screen. My bad.
Oh my God!
I gotta put
the whole show's down the toilet now.
I gotta put a quarter in my jar. I screwed up.
See, Buttworm said we're done.
Fire me.
That's awesome.
He took the cane. Okay. Apparently, they are doing this inside themselves, and that's amazing. It really is amazing.
That is amazing.
I think that fact is so weird. Everybody should applaud. It's amazing. Weird.
That's incredible. It really is.
Yeah, but
it kind of explains a lot. It explains why they're so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, how the heck did they get to be what they are? It's just bizarre.
I think they're like from another world.
Could very well
Carl,
be.
could you turn your phone the other way? We don't need to see. We don't need to see how skinny you are. We don't need to see your abs. All right, and then
there we go.
And then I wanted to talk about slang words. Right? There's a lot of slang words that are happening that I have no idea, and I even hear them from my own kids. Slang words. I'm like, what? What does that mean? And so I thought I would do something on the latest and greatest slang words. Did you know that's all right? Mute your mics, guys. Who's going? Sure, it was you, Carl. I know it was you. Anyhow, okay. Did you know the word? If you say 6'7", that is a new slang word.
Didn't know that one.
That's 6'7". So it says that apparently that term drew the highest number of searches lately, but it has no literal meaning. Instead, it's meant to be an absurd bit of a kind of a brain rot influenced humor. Its origins come from as a Perrella song, one you might want to play on a lower volume in mixed company. Okay. As well as a basketball player. I don't follow basketball. LaMelo Ball. Do you know who LaMelo Ball is?
No, I'm not a basketball guy either.
I have no idea. Apparently, some guy appeared in a viral video about being 6'7" tall. So, Adam, you're 6'7", man.
No, I'm short.
Oh,
Carl's almost there. Carl, you're 6'8".
I'm 6'5". 6'5".
Okay, another word is Ohio.
I know what Ohio is.
You do?
Yeah.
Go ahead. We're waiting.
It comes from a commercial only in Ohio. And so they were just using it in the brain rot thing to mean something obscure. And yeah, it happens.
Absurd.
Yeah, absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're making fun of Ohioans.
Yep. Only in Ohio. Yeah, but they just say Ohio now, so they shortened it.
It was a no angry email advertisement called Ohio. Oh, man. I'm coming down with the conference grunge. You know what that is?
The con crud?
The conference crud. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
when you talk to too many people and somebody had a cold.
Yeah.
Well, at least you weren't howling out in the woods like I was.
Hell no. I'm glad. No, I don't do that. Okay. Another one is bop. It's just a slang word called bop. And that's someone who has a lot of romantic partners is a bop.
Interesting.
So
there's a lot of other words for that too.
Well, yeah, I know there are. The latest one is bop. So yeah, Adam, you're a real bop. She was a bop.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Bop in training.
Okay. Another one is mogging.
Mooing?
No, M-O-G-G.
Mogging. Okay. I know mewing. So go ahead. Mogging.
Mogging. It says it's a good thing because it means you're outdoing others by being more attractive, more skilled, or more successful.
Okay.
You're mogging, right?
Sure.
Right? I am definitely mogging.
Absolutely.
No.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. And then the other one, next one is huzz, a huzz. And that is an attractive girl or group of girls or someone you want to impress. If you meet a huzz, you want to impress a woman, I guess, is a huzz. And another one is glaze.
Nice.
Okay.
And you just don't glaze because that's heaping someone with excessive, insincere praise.
Okay.
So you lie to them, say, "Oh, you look really great today," or
So don't glaze a huzz if you want to be a bop.
Don't glaze a huzz. Yeah, exactly. By the end of this, Carl, you have to take all these words and put them in one sentence.
Yeah. All in a paragraph, chained together.
No, one sentence.
Just one sentence. Okay.
Yeah. It says you're not lazy if you're zesty. So zesty people are not lazy.
Okay.
It means a zesty person is lively, exciting, and energetic. I think that's I think I could have figured that out. Zesty. I mean,
yeah,
he did it with zest. I mean, that's,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how they think that's a new word. And then the other one is you might want to collect a phantom tax.
Yeah, I know what phantom tax is.
You do?
I do.
Would you like to explain it, Mr. Adams?
Yeah, it came from a video where some guy kept taking other people's food. So like you just walk past somebody, you grab their meal or their treat or snack and say phantom tax. So
we had a guy that did that back at my dad's store. I was a little kid. This is late at night. He'd come, this is after the bars closed. He'd come in, he'd walk by a table and just grab a piece of pizza off of people's table. He was known for that, and people put up with it because they knew him. And yeah.
Wow. And it's not phantom, it's phantom.
Phantom, F-A-N-U-M. Yeah.
The guy's name is Phantom.
F-A-N-U-M tax.
Phantom tax.
It was named after a streamer and a creator who was popular on Twitch and Instagram.
Oh, you lost me at Twitch and Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's another one called Green FN. It's like a guaranteed win is a green FN. Okay. And then there's a slang word called the clanker. Well, we used to say clunker, but now it's clanker. It says you can say it like in a sentence. You can say that story was written by a clanker, a bot as a clanker.
Oh, okay.
So a comment like in an article, if it's just looks like a bot wrote it, you'd say it's a clanker.
Yeah.
Clanker comment. All right, go ahead, Carl. Now use all those in one sentence. We're ready.
No. I wasn't taking notes, but no, my gosh, I didn't know. I think there was only one I had heard of before, but wow.
I'm impressed, Doug. You got a lot of them. I did a little brain rot study this summer, and
really,
I thought you were going to pull up a lot of the standard ones, but you got some new ones in there. Yeah,
good. See, Black Sheep said clankster.
Yeah.
Clangster.
A clangster.
Adam is quite a clangster. All right, now I want to do this thing. There's no bumper, Jeff. Don't look for one.
Good.
I want people to guess what these random objects are because I literally don't even know what they are.
Okay.
So we're gonna throw them up. Do you know? There we go. First one. What in the hell is this? And no, it's not a plug, Adam.
Yeah, I was thinking of shim, but
no,
I'm not sure.
I think you were thinking the word butt. No.
It's a family show, Doug. It's a family show.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, no.
I didn't say anything, did I, Carl?
No, you did not.
Not one thing. So can anybody guess what these are? So Mary Jo says fertilizer.
Like a plant.
Black Sheep says farm equipment. Buttworm. Welcome back, Buttworm.
Hi, Buttworm.
Spud could play. Man, I don't know what the hell Buttworm's. Buttworm, get with the program here.
Put the whiskey down.
Black Sheep's. It's a nail filter for
a
nail filer for Bigfoot. There you go. That's a good one. Yep. And what are they?
Do you know? Does anybody know?
I don't have any idea.
There's a fertilizer spike.
It's written in there somewhere. Can you?
Is it?
Yeah. It is some kind of doohickey. It's a doohickey.
It looks organic, like it might disintegrate. So
maybe it's oh God, I don't know.
It's a doohickey.
Okay.
Well, it's the second person that said it's fertilizer. That actually makes sense. Somebody put
like
in
a
the ground
fertilizer steak. Okay.
Or maybe incense. Maybe incense. Yeah.
No, no, Carl. You don't light those on fire in your house. No. It's not. All right, next. Let's go back. That wasn't even a real one. Let's figure out what these are. So apparently somebody found these in their crafting supplies, and they have no idea what they are. And there's a name for them. After a little research here, we found out what they were. Anybody know? Anybody know?
Anyone?
Bueller?
I don't think Buttworm's actually watching the program. I think he's just here. I think he's just here socializing.
Just here to say
Buttworm,
hi.
are you just here to socialize?
He's just trolling us.
Mary Joel says spool for thread.
We love Buttworm.
Kenny says receptacle shims.
There we go.
Good guesses.
Come on,
You're wrong.
man.
Those are good
Come on,
guesses.
Buttworm. We want to hear your guess. He says, I can't see it. I'm on my cell.
Can't see.
Oh, my God. Get a magnifying glass, Buttworm.
Spacers for test tubes. Another good guess. I'll give you a hint. They're a lot smaller than that.
All right. And they're called LC sticks.
Yep.
And what are they for? Oh, they're so you can stick popsicle sticks and make.
They're
for ice cream. Ice cream bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're for, to hold popsicles.
Now I see it. Yeah. That's.
Yeah.
Out of context, it's kind of hard to guess, but it's a Borden LC.
Yeah, it's
stick.
not a contest.
Yeah, they used to have those in the 70s. Yeah, I remember those.
Guesses the most gets. Adam's going to give them $4 million.
And then you can
Adam's
build
a
stuff out of
billionaire.
them.
He's going to write a check for $4 billion. Whoever guesses. Just kidding, people. All right, next. This is a tiny metal little fist, apparently. What is it? That looks like a little cigarette in his hand, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
What in the world is this thing? Apparently, it has diverse meaning worldwide. This little thing. Anybody know?
No idea. No idea.
Everybody guess? Boatworm's just laughing. It's a roach holder.
It's a pretty good guess.
But that's the joke I was.
To be fair, what isn't a roach holder at some point?
Oh my God!
Family show.
Jeff, shame on you.
What?
I don't know.
How else could he catch those insects at home? Come on.
Right. It's for insect control.
It says this is called the fig.
Squatch Mama had it.
It has. She does?
Yep. She said it's a fig. She is correct.
Yeah. Okay. Read what it is, though, Jeff.
It has diverse meanings worldwide, ranging from good fortune and protection in Portugal, Brazil, and some parts of Spain, to rude, vulgar, or insulting gestures in Italy, Russia, Slavic countries, and parts of Asia, similar to the middle finger. I've actually seen that in Italian stuff. Yeah, and it's meant to be a rude gesture.
I could see that. The Italians are,
There's a lot of animation with the
I love it. So Boatworm goes, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I got to go to Italy when I was a kid, and of course the first words they taught us were all the dirty words. So
yeah, it's essentially like the finger, and it's actually the thumb sticking out is what that's supposed to be, is the thumb sticking up between the finger
Next. All right, it's enough of the.
Yeah, I'm fluent in Italian Sign Language. Yeah.
All right. And what are these?
I have no clue.
Looks like a broken fishing reel to me. Oh. Anybody want to take a guess? It's really not that interesting. This is a boat gate latch kit for boat gates.
Good to know.
Next, stupid. Next is a tiny metal thing found in the field of Perthshire, Scotland. Jeff, you know what that is, don't you?
I don't. Well, I do because I read your notes, but I wouldn't have known what that was.
Well, that's kind of cheating.
Well, I do have to go through the notes at some point to get everything ready.
Yeah.
I try not to look, but sometimes I kind of catch things.
So Squatch Mom on the last one said it looks like a window latch. Good job. Varric said toilet parts on the last thing. Yeah, it does look like a toilet flush handle. Give me that. That was a good guess.
But we're to a wax press. That would have been my guess, except that it's not printed in reverse.
Right. So apparently this is a what?
Someone knows.
What is it, Jeff?
Grain bag tag. A Russian bale seal. Yeah, that's a tag for grain.
Oh, for grain.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say bale seal, yeah.
Yep.
Or bag seal. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And the next one, it's like I know exactly what it is. Go ahead and throw the next one up. Some people may know. What a crappy picture. They were talking about that thing on the wall with the ball in it.
And to give you some context, that's a door. It's inside of a door jamb behind a door.
Right.
Some sort of bumper to stop the door from opening.
That's correct, Adam. No, it's a is that a home alarm switch?
Yeah. For an early early
alarm system.
home alarm sensor.
Yeah.
Like I'm guessing it's like a momentary switch.
Buttworm said nightlight.
Kind of looks like that, but yeah, it's like a moment. I'm guessing it's like a momentary switch.
I thought it was a door stopper.
Yep.
All right, next. The stack of wooden pieces with wing nuts found in a thrift store. Oh, I know exactly what that is because I've got one of those in my office.
I had
that
one.
my daughter left here, and I keep telling her, take your you-know-what home. And she hasn't taken it home yet. It's still in my office.
Like a pan flute or...
No. It's I want to see what people can figure out on this one.
Yeah, a couple people got it. Black Sheep got it.
Oh, there we go.
Minxie
got it. Easel. Yeah. Black Sheep got it first.
It's not complete, but it's an easel.
It's an easel. Artist easel. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think you can picture that once it's all together. And then next we have some kind of hooks.
Those are for a closet pole.
It's actually, is that you, Kenny, saying quilt rack?
Or maybe a curtain rod or something.
It says they're wall-mounted wooden hooks found in a box of sewing items. That was boring, that thing. God, who's the idiot that picked these out?
They're good. Quilting clamps,
it was me.
maybe?
Yeah.
All right, what's the next thing? It's an enameled container with a hole for mounting on the wall. What in the world would this be? And it's got like a drain thing in it. It's a little better item. More fun. Patrick Noble said gun rack. That's a good guess, Patrick, on the last one.
Okay.
I have a feeling Squatch Mama knows what it is.
I have no idea what this thing is. Peacup? Yeah, that's what it is. A peacup. Adam, it's a peacup.
Peacup, great. Okay.
No, that's not what it is.
Prototype still.
I was thinking it was like you put some charcoal and gravel or sand or something in there to filter water, maybe.
Yeah, cabin urinal.
Whoa, cabin urinal.
No.
That's a good idea.
There better be a plug.
That's what I would use it for.
A few people have got it.
Kim says,
Squatch Mama definitely knows what it is. She just doesn't want to say.
Oh, gee, I just read it.
Yeah.
It's a enema
reservoir.
reservoir.
An old-fashioned
enema reservoir. I think you put a tube on there, right?
And the one end goes there, one end goes somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Let's put it this way. Buttworm would know.
The nether region.
He said, don't ask.
Teresa, it's definitely not for maple syrup.
No, it's not. Although you could use it for maple syrup.
I wouldn't. Not after it's been used for something else. But
yeah.
Then you can throw up the little squiggly pieces, I guess. These were found in a plastic container in a parking lot. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard to see. It's a crappy little picture. Pardon?
These pictures.
I don't know. Where did I get them?
Yeah.
Well, where do you think I got them?
Well, the internet, of course. But
well, yeah, that's I just look at pictures.
Strange pictures.
You just look at pictures all day until you go, I don't know what that is, and you put it up.
Okay.
Oh my God.
No clue. Right. Moving on.
Yeah. Let's see. They were little magnets. No, it's called Shake Your Feet Happy.
Oh, from a toy or something.
Don't ask me. I have no idea. What's this goofy thing? That looks dangerous.
Yeah, it's a family show, Doug. It's a family show.
Yeah. What the world?
Yeah.
I
guarantee this show section will never be back. This is a gigantic, apparently it's really big. It's a gigantic transparent rod and hook. But what is it for?
No clue.
No clue.
I don't think it's for crocheting.
I'm looking. I can't remember. What the hell is it? I don't know.
You sound like that sketch from Steve Martin.
What is that?
Yeah.
That one.
Get away from me, kid.
I don't know what it is. I forgot.
All right. Well, we can move on then.
Apparently, it is the world's biggest crochet hook.
Could be.
Yeah. I was right. I had it. All right.
Carl, you're brilliant.
I said, yeah.
Yeah, there it is right there. That's one. Teresa said that's one heck of a crochet hook. See?
Size double watt.
No, big.
No, that'd be like a 14 or something. Yeah. Wow.
See, when Buttworm gets nervous and he can't come up with any good answers, he just puts happy faces. That's how you know Buttworm's in a corner. He's backed into a corner.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
All
so
right.
We're learning. All right. This is a small nail-like item with a plastic cover where the sharp tip would normally be. What is it? Kenny says harpoon.
Cribbage peg? I don't know.
Hey, Roger. It's an invisible harpoon. Oh, he's back on the crochet hook. I think Buttworm and Roger need to get together and team up as a team to identify these things. Buttworm says it's a Q-tip.
Careful with that one. Yikes.
Metal.
William says, what did William say? No,
I like Nancy's answer. It's a safety nail.
A safety nail.
Completely useless, but it's safe.
Okay, It says this is a.
That makes no sense.
Oh, it's just a tooth from a hairbrush.
Doesn't look like it.
You know those kind of that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
that little rivet is where it was molded into the rubber.
Oh, okay, all right.
And that little rounded thing is what goes against your scalp.
Yep.
It's one tooth from a hairbrush.
Next.
Bristle.
It's a bristle.
Yep.
What are we looking at here?
Yeah, what's next here? It is a
metal
beam with lights on it in a soccer field. Just skip that.
Okay.
I don't always know what I'm thinking, Adam. Sometimes
can't always hit home runs.
Sometimes I just hallucinate. Lack of sleep.
You just got to go with it.
This is a rubbery disc with a hole through it. What is it? I get deja vu when I look at it.
A nickel holder.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a nickel holder. Do you see what it is?
I have no idea.
I asked if you could read what it is.
Oh, can I read what it is? It doesn't say, just a theory. Somebody said it's a stand for
You mean I only put a theory in there?
Yeah.
God.
That's funny.
A stand for a webcam, an old webcam. That's what they said.
Okay.
That's what the notes say.
Okay. See, what you got to remember, what we're doing here is we're like archaeologists.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, think about that. In the future, 500 years from now, they're going to be going, what the heck was this thing for? You know, they're going to find the craziest crap because we've become so industrialized. I mean, they probably won't even be able to figure out what a bottle cap is.
Okay.
They're going to find the bottle according to Buttworm, and they'll think that's the gospel there.
Yeah. People saying that's a playground. That's not a playground. That's
No.
it's. I have no idea what for, but if you look closer at it, yeah, it's definitely not a jungle gym.
A homemade, a dome home.
Yeah, the grass on top is kind of weird.
All right. Do we care? No, we don't care. I don't like looking at big things.
I'm not going to go near that one.
I'd rather look at something little.
Okay.
Earring.
Earring?
I don't know.
It says health, vim, and pep on it.
Yeah, health, vim, and pep. It's a vimmer.
It's sort of medicinal charm.
And Kenny on the last one sits at the top of a silo. I could probably believe that. Some antique silo.
Yeah, that actually makes sense.
And apparently these are representing scales, I guess. I would buy into that too.
Well, actually, if you read here, it says, and I believe this. It says it's
nice. I'm not going to say it, but you can read it.
Nice
buttworm.
Said as part of an exercise advice, the claws would have attached to elastic straps to provide resistance. I believe it's the monogram of the health developing apparatus company. They made exercise devices.
Okay.
So that could be part of an old exercise machine. That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
I could see that.
Carl, you haven't figured out one of these items yet.
I have not, except for the crochet hook. I kind of was guessing. But.
Well, that's when people get the hook. They just get hooked right out of the room. Okay. That's your last chance, Carl. You got to get. I'm joking. What is this? I don't like the big things. Get rid of this big thing.
Okay.
I don't like it. It's too big. We'll do this one.
Sure.
What is it? Adam?
I'm laughing because we're an hour into the show and I don't think we've done anything productive yet.
We haven't done anything productive.
I don't know what this is. It's a old photography thing. I don't know. Okay.
Apparently it is a silk fireplace screen. It shields viewers from the heat, the glare, and flying sparks of a fire, while also serving as an ornamental decorative element.
Oh,
wow.
Interesting.
Amazing.
Not many. I'm guessing not many of those survived.
No, I'm thinking one good ember and that would be gone. But.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, but what do I know? Next.
Oh, there we go. Squatch Mama says, I have a Victorian house, and that's in front of my fireplace.
She would know. Boy, she is on it. She knows all this stuff. That's cool.
Oh, my goodness. And we're not wasting our time, Adam.
Okay.
I'm glad you think so.
We're entertaining somebody.
We're gaining knowledge from Squatch Mama.
That's right. We're educating the masses.
Yeah. And then what do we got next? There's something really sharp. That looks like a dart to me. Like you'd play darts, you'd put feathers on it, but I don't know.
Looks like a scriber, but
it's a puncturer. It's a center punch, a pocket awl.
Pocket awl, yeah. Like for putting in a new hole in your belt.
I mean, it looks like a scriber to me, like for scribing a line on metal, but who knows?
And Wendell Bigfoot says, hi, Doug. Hi, Wendell. It's a spring-loaded center punch. Janky.
Oh. A really old one. Fancy one.
Yeah. And what is it?
I didn't say in your notes, but that's probably right.
Oh my God. Dr. Pimple Popper tool. Jeez.
Oh God. No.
We're not, none of us are archaeologists. Okay. We're not doing good.
Yeah.
We are not doing good. Okay. Next. What is it? Yeah. I have no idea. Pipe plate. What is it?
Oh, interesting.
What is
reading the notes here? I never would have guessed that.
Looks Victorian. What is it? So,
I think we've started a new game show here. It will be canceled after the pilot.
We need everybody
one and done.
Yeah, one and done.
Grand opening, grand closing.
So we didn't figure out. Roger said it looked like a scribe, that last thing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a steamer set, according to Black Sheep. That makes total sense, except where's the heat come from?
Yeah, you have to put it in a pan of water or something.
Once again, Squatch Mama with the right answer.
What is it?
Oh, I had it up here. Where did it go?
I called it. She knew what it was.
Flat Rockland says, "What the hell have I wandered into?"
I'm with Flat Rock.
The show, okay, Flat. Okay, the show has gone to complete crap as of today.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, it's not Carl's fault. It just has. I had this envision of all these people wanting to tell their stories, and that fell flat on its face. And now we're looking at crockpots. So we're gonna have Williams or Rusty's gonna tell a story, right, Rusty?
Yeah.
You can bring Rusty on.
Sure. You ready to come on, Rusty?
Come on. Just bring him on. He just gotta.
There he is.
Here, just give him a voice. Is he on? There, Rusty. You're on.
Am I on? Okay.
You're on. What the hell is this, Rusty?
Hey, guys.
Hey. So what's this thing?
Oh, I thought it was to hold a piece of bread, but after Squatch Mama talking about the butter plate, that makes more sense.
It's for butter. Yeah. In raw unprocessed butter, the liquid would separate through those holes was kind of the idea.
Oh, okay.
Squatch Mama for the win again.
Dang.
Oh, I've struck out on all of these things.
Yeah, I've been kind of stuck.
Well, see, we're not good at archaeology. It's modern archaeology. Someday this is going to be a real thing that archaeologists are going to have to do. After the big blast or whatever, after 3i Atlas hits us, there'll be some survivors will be going, what in the hell were these people making? Okay, next. Oh, there it is. It looks like a big pasta noodle.
Yeah, like a rotini sitting in the...
It's a rotini.
That's what I was going to say, a giant rotini.
You can bring Flat. You can come on.
Yeah, send me an email. We'll get you on.
Yeah, Flat.
Join.
Get with the program. Roger, you can come on.
Join the party.
Roger. I'm talking to you, Roger.
Here, I'll put my email up there again.
Kenny, you can come on. Yeah, come on. We can get a whole bunch of people on here. We have other things we can talk about other than giant rotinis.
Hold on, put my email up there again.
Oh, apparently it's an Archimedes screw.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
For raising water up. That's a pretty clever invention, actually.
Yes, it is.
Archimedes screw for, some kind of.
Like the wood screws they use for the pumps in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You can use it for raising water.
Yeah, they have these giant screws like that in New Orleans to pump the water out of the city into the lake when it rains heavy.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty clever invention.
Yeah. Are you coming on, Roger? He goes, I hear you.
That is.
And did Flat, did he send you a letter?
Nope, no one did yet.
Nobody wants to come on.
And I actually had a couple people that emailed me last time we did this that wanted to come on, and they're people that have asked for this. And
well, that's true.
Lesson.
Yeah, I could do that, Kenny. Okay, what's this thing? A spoon? Is that what we're trying to figure out now? Nobody cares.
Golf club. Starter. I don't know, mini golf.
Measuring spoon.
No idea.
Some kind of salad server? I don't know. Next. I give up. Then we got this wooden contraption. Excuse me. Just because I found these pictures doesn't mean I knew what they were.
Well, you should know everything.
These are cutouts. They're obviously made to hold something. I don't know what.
An architect's desk.
Oh, I bet you that's a protractor
for a French curve or something.
Yeah, French curve protractor. Some kind of, you know what those are. Yeah,
that's a pretty good guess. Yeah, that's probably, that makes sense.
It's a Fibonacci curve tracer thing. Fibonacci, right?
Doug, I'm just impressed that you found so many of these things. So.
Yeah, you wonder what I do in the middle of the night.
This is why he doesn't sleep. He doesn't do this kind of stuff.
Okay. It says there are food processor blade holders.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Someone will know that 20,000 years from now. They'll think, oh, it was their language. It was how they communicated.
So what the hell is that?
I'd say a pie safe or something like that, maybe.
It's like an oven or something.
Well, it's got double doors, which is kind of odd.
It's some lab oven. It's a drying oven.
A drying oven?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for like drying, annealing, or dry heat sterilizing, like a
sure,
like a conclave, or what do they call those?
Yeah, something like that.
Not conclave.
Yeah.
God,
I can't remember.
You know when they heat things up, what are they called?
A kiln.
There's a word.
No, Carl, you're wrong again. It's not a kiln.
I can't think of the word.
What's the next thing?
Come on, somebody should know the answer to that. What that word is? Next one.
There we go. Something small again. I like it.
Yeah, I like small things.
Stop saying that.
Okay. Autoclave.
Autoclave. Thank you. I knew clave was in there.
Yes, I hate that when I can think and I can't.
Janky and Minxie to the rescue on that one.
Yeah.
Autoclave. Thank you.
Damn, Minxie's got a lot of knowledge.
All right. What the heck is that?
What is this? Buttworm says he's talking. You guys got to get up to speed. Cigar humanoid. No, it's not a cigar. Okay, he's saying, Tennessee says this is a nail puller.
Close, but no.
Sewing foot for a machine.
That's a good guess, but no.
A hammer to test your reflexes.
Also no.
Multi-purpose can opener.
A painful Q-tip.
It's called a mock Halligan. A Halligan is a firefighting tool used to forcibly enter and overhaul, and I don't even understand what I've written here.
Yeah, it's a miniature version of a firefighting tool for breaking through a door.
But a lot of people use them as bottle openers.
Yeah, it's a mini version, kind of a novelty.
Oh, there you go. And the heavy metal item next that has
two left.
Thank God.
This is your bit, man.
Yeah, you got some weird ones, Doug. That's for sure.
That's all right.
What's this? Stuff. Adam, you're on your own. What's this? You're completely on your own. For $1 million, can you name what this is?
I really couldn't for $1 million. HB hammer bit.
Yeah. It's used in a metal electroplating bath. And those two ears are to hang it on the edge of the bath. And it goes in, acids and electricity are then used to do electroplating. Apparently, it's like an electrode, basically, for electroplating.
Yep.
An anode, yeah, makes sense.
An anode, yeah.
It's an anode. Yes, that's exactly. Black Sheep says it's a honey badger.
No, I like it.
That's a good guess.
All right, last one.
Okay.
A banana hook?
I don't know.
Wow.
The banana has nothing to do with it. That's kind of a
just scale.
Yeah, I think the banana. I mean, of all the things to use for scale, they threw a banana in the picture. That's an odd thing to use for scale. We should start doing that for Bigfoot.
It's not in my house.
From now on, for Bigfoot prints, put a banana next to it for scale.
All right.
We normally use bananas at my house for scale.
Yeah, it's for all your pictures, for all your Bigfoot evidence, all your footprint evidence.
Yeah. I'll just start using bananas. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think wasn't it? I think it was Grover Krantz that pioneered the banana as a scale for sizes. Pretty sure.
That's funny.
All right. What is this thing? Let us tell us.
Coat hanger for little people.
Does somebody actually know what this is? Somebody should know what this is.
Yeah, Squatch Mama does.
Did she write it in there? Nope, nobody's quite right. It is actually a folding hoof pick for getting stones out of horses' hooves. Interesting.
Okay, all right.
See, the banana was to distract you.
That's right.
That was kind of an odd.
That was a red herring. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Anyways.
right. All right, we're gonna do our clips, and then we're gonna have. Rusty's got a great story, right? Rusty, it's great, right?
Great story.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, it's a great
time
story.
For clips.
Adam, you got a story or two, don't you?
I'm sure I can come up.
And Carl, oh my God, we don't want to get him started, do we?
Yeah, no, don't uncork me, boy. I'll tell you.
It was funny too because, you were speaking at the conference because I know all your stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I was just outside. It was so beautiful outside. So I'm outside.
It was.
And then Jeff was relaying me with Dex's number. Yeah. He's on number 11. He's on
Sighting 11.
Because I wanted to come in before right at about 13. And I did. I showed up right at 13. Now I bopped in all the time.
It was a great presentation. I enjoyed it.
You had the best. That was awesome.
Yeah, I think I probably made half the audience. Yeah.
No, Carl, it wasn't the best, but it was really good.
I enjoyed it.
It was really good.
All right, time for some clips?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Clip 1. And if you'll notice, I have a few primate clips in here today. And
a little bit of a theme.
Yeah, this is...
Voyou. Encore, allez.
C'est Gallardo, allez-y.
Blagueur.
Vas-y, donc.
Un blagueur.
Donc, alors, vas-y.
I thought that clip illustrated how, this it's turning just like kids.
Yeah. Kind of a universal.
I bet you. I'm positive Bigfoots have a very good sense of humor like that.
They do.
They do, because we have done things where we've thrown a rock underhand and they throw it right back underhand. We throw it underhand, they throw it back underhand.
Great apes definitely understand physical humor. There's lots of videos of that. They get it.
Yeah. First time I ever had a rock exchange was doing just that kind of a thing in slow motion. All right.
Your laugh story.
What?
Tell your laugh story.
My laugh.
Oh, my laugh story.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I had taken a friend up to my research area in Arizona, and there was he had never experienced anything. Well, the first time we got up there, they were clacking some rocks, and he kind of responded back with them and stuff. Well, we went on hiking that day and came back into camp. And of course cooked dinner and then went to bed. Well, we were in the tent, and early morning I wake up, and just like any good camping trip, when you wake up at 6 a.m., you've got to do what nature intended you to do, right? You go. So I walked across the camp and across this old logging road and right to the edge of the woods, and started relieving myself. And of course it was a really good streamer, and I completed that with, of course, I was all by myself out there, right?
Did you say you were a good streamer? What?
I said it was a good streamer.
Oh.
So yeah. And I was trying to be politically correct there, but I finished it off with by passing some gas, and it was quite loud. And across, probably about 150 feet away from me, I hear.
Nice.
This is 6 a.m. in the morning, and I just turned and I looked towards him, and I said, as I was zipping up my pants, I said, "Oh, did you like that?" And they clacked a couple of rocks. So by the time I walked back over to camp, my friend's getting up and he's getting out of the tent, and I relayed the story to him, and he's like, "Where was that?" And I said, "Right over here," and I pointed over to the brush that the laughter had come from, and also the little rock clacks, and he says, "Oh, come on." And I said, so I just said out to the woods, "You want to do, those rock clacks again?" And they clacked the rocks back, 2 clacks. And, so I said, "Well, why don't you answer them?" So he starts looking for a couple rocks. Well, anyway, he ended up, I said, "Just do a tongue clack to him." So he goes back to him, and they they clacked the rocks back twice. Well, he does it 3 times. They responded 3 times, just in fun, and this went on for 5 minutes, where he would, pause between a couple clacks or do 2 clacks and 3 clacks, and they'd respond exactly the same, mimicking them. And like I said, and then finally he went, and then they were all quiet. And I said, "Way to go." I said, "You pissed him off."
Took it too far.
But the laughter was the funniest part, and I think that that ties right in. I mean, that they have an absolute sense of humor. So
everybody loves a good fart joke.
It's universal.
Well, I've had whistling exchanges. Whistling back and forth. I've done that. In fact, one time I was with Abe, and we were doing whistling, and of course, you don't know you can't see who's whistling back, but at 2 in the morning
exactly.
in the woods, I mean, who's out there? I don't know. Do you want to let Roger in?
Yeah, welcome, Roger. Here's our friend Roger. Hey, man, how you doing?
How y'all doing?
There he is.
Good to see you.
Roger is the host of the hit show Squatch and Holler.
It's a great show on the Untold Network. Yep, it's good stuff.
Yep. Doug, I heard Doug say my name like, "Oh, I got to find a clean shirt."
Oh God, did I just totally nailed you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, I roped
Adam.
You got roped in.
Adam, we got to meet a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Down in Alabama.
Oh, you got to meet Roger?
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
We hung out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I met a ton of people. It was a great trip.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Bud, for coordinating all that. And I met, everybody, so
he went on a southern tour that a lot of people would pay good money for. So
yeah, dream.
I'd love to come down south.
Well, I heard he even got to hang out with Kunbo. You guys.
Yeah, we sat in his living room, got to listen to audio, right, Adam?
Oh yeah, Kunbo was just
awesome,
playing all the cool clips he's got. He took us out into the woods on his property in one of the beautiful spots overlooking the river, and it was amazing. So we did a lot. That 10-day trip was action packed, full of everything. Yep.
Yeah. I didn't know Adam was by himself at LBL, and I'm giving him some pointers. I thought he was with the group. He said, "Thanks for scaring me." And Bud, he's like, "No, he's by himself." I'm like, "Oh, I shouldn't have said anything."
Yeah. Yeah. I'm terrified of the dogmen already because I've heard the old dogman stories. And then, Roger's sending me creepy stuff. What did you send me? A warning about a bear or?
No, one of the biggest wolves I've ever seen. And I found a track in Red Hollow where you were at that was a size of like an 8-inch iron skillet. It was massive. Yeah. And the one I saw was, it's one of those things that you try to explain it, but when you do, it's unbelievable. It was the biggest dog I've ever seen. It was crazy.
And so what does it mean to be wendled?
I got wendled. Yeah. I got wendled. So,
yep.
So Wendell
does it have to do anything with a rocking horse, Doug?
No.
No.
No. So Wendell's our unofficial reporter for the Southeast, and he don't care if you've got bad hair, just got up, hangover, whatever. He'll come up and throw a camera in your face. That who are you and where are you from and what are you doing here?
And
so
I've been Wendelled.
Yeah, me too.
I have not been Wendelled yet.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
I got my Wendell hat on.
Got him here.
What?
I've got one of those in the bedroom.
Nice.
Yeah, Wendell's our buddy. He's from South Alabama.
Yeah.
So, what are you podcasting from the salon there, Adam? Where are you?
I'm in my lounge chair.
Lounging.
Yes, it's my.
So he's lounge. You're lounge casting.
Yeah, lounge casting. I need therapy after this weekend that you put me in the kids' room.
How long did it take for your back to recover?
Oh, I went to the chiro first thing Monday. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, do we want to do clips or do we want to just do? I don't care what we do. Why don't we do one clip, one story, one clip, one story?
Sure.
All right.
Sounds good.
So clip 2.
Clip 2 is a chimp tag bop. I thought this was kind of interesting. Just bops him on the head and leaves. Primates do have a sense of humor.
I think so too.
They do. Absolutely.
Well, let's do this one more, and then do one more. Clip 3. It's a short clip. This is this jungle mirror. I'm sure most of you have seen this, but it is interesting. It's the reason I think they look in our windows because they get to see themselves. That's how Adam acted when he saw his room.
He's having all kinds of fun.
Well, I you know what I love watching though, how they get that piloerection, their hair gets all kind of stands up on end.
Yep.
And they're trying to intimidate themselves, apparently.
That's interesting. So they don't actually attack the mirror. They just
Have you seen this clip before, Roger?
I have not.
I haven't either. No.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, it's interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, it is.
I have a feeling Carl's going to be going to the store and buying a big mirror.
I've got one. I have one.
But look at their behavior. It's just fascinating. I think they're pretty sure it's another chimp. It's fascinating.
Fantastic.
That's interesting that they're slapping the ground with their hands and feet.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, they're trying to intimidate the other chimp. This guy's like, I'm going to pull a branch off and show you how strong I am. Man, they can really hit the ground. It's crazy.
Oh, they're strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've got them all revved up.
All right, that's enough of that crap.
That's a cool clip.
Yeah,
very cool.
Anyhow,
very cool.
Okay, so Rusty, you said you have a story of your encounter.
I do.
Let's give him the floor.
I think Roger's probably already heard this before, but I'll tell
Roger's heard everything twice.
He's heard everything, yeah, of course. So I really did have a face-to-face Bigfoot encounter. And this was way back in 1980. I was in college at the time, and I was working at a little resort lake in Arkansas. It was just across the Mississippi River from Memphis. And myself and another guy who was in college with me were working as lifeguards at this lake. And every evening after the swimming time was over, he and I kind of got to do whatever we wanted. So we'd go out in our boat and go fishing from, after 6 o'clock to whenever it got dark. So it was summer of 1980. And I remember this, and I think this is important. It was the hottest summer on record at the time in the Memphis, Tennessee area. They had like 30 consecutive days over 100 degrees with no rain. So it's very hot, very dry.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're out on the lake fishing, and we're using our trolling motor. So we're going very quietly. We weren't saying anything, just slowly trolling down parallel to the shore of this lake, maybe 10, 15 yards offshore. And all of a sudden we hear from the shoreline some rustling, like in the leaves, because it's very heavily overgrown on the shore. It's almost like a jungle there. There's cypress trees, there's Spanish moss, there's all kinds of stuff there. So it's very thick vegetation. Anyway, we look up at where this sound is coming from, and all of a sudden we see the head and shoulders of what I could only describe as, what a Bigfoot should look like. It was hairy on everywhere except for its face. The face itself was dark, like dark brown to black. The face also was sort of, as I like to say, halfway between looking like a human face and an ape face, in the sense that the nose was kind of smashed down and widened with upturned nostrils, but it did not have a typical brow ridge like an ape does. And we saw him only from about like nipples up, basically chest up, because he or she was behind the vegetation like that. So we stared at each other, and I got the impression that we had startled him or surprised him as much as he had surprised us. So we just stared at each other for maybe 10 seconds, something like that, before he turned and ran off into the brush, and we could hear him running away, but he disappeared from sight in, a second or two, because the vegetation was so thick. So we could hear him running, and it sounded like he was on 2 feet, until we heard him go up the levee, which is just right next to the Mississippi River, so it's in the levee system. Ran up the levee and beyond. We couldn't hear him after that. So my buddy and I in the boat are thinking, what in the hell was this? And we didn't know what to do. We immediately started the big motor and raced back into our little cabin that we stayed in, which was about a quarter of a mile down the lake. And went in, locked the doors, loaded all of our guns because we didn't know what it was. And we talked about it, and we ended up deciding not to tell anybody because we didn't know what to say or who would believe us. The first thing we suspected was if we told the adults that were in charge, they say, "Oh, those boys have been drinking again," or they're telling stories, whatever. So we didn't tell anybody. And I went straight from there to medical school and residency and fellowship. And so I kind of put that aside for many years, didn't really much even think about it until probably 15 odd years ago. I stumbled on the Bigfoot Research Organization website, and they have a slot there where you can post your encounter by region, by area, by state even. So I did that. I posted that encounter on the BFRO site, and I started getting phone calls from people asking me to share that experience with them, and I started doing podcasts and various other things. So that's what it was. I mean, it was not terribly exciting, I guess, as Bigfoot encounters go. We were not intimidated. It was not like a bluff charge. We didn't hear any vocalizations. We didn't smell anything. We just stared and looked at it face to face from, like I said, maybe 15 yards apart for between 5 and 10 seconds. So we got a good look at his face. He got a good look at us. As I said, I couldn't see him below like chest down, so I can't tell you exactly how tall he was. It certainly seemed large. In other words, his shoulders seemed to be larger than that of a normal man. His head seemed to be bigger than that of a normal human. But beyond that, I can't really say much about the dimensions or the height or weight or anything of it. So that's my story. And that's kind of, like I said, after many years of kind of putting it aside, I brought it back out again, told my wife about it, told various other people. My buddy actually, unfortunately, died about 10 years ago, so he's gone. But I've told, a number of people online about it. So that's what it amounts to. It seems kind of boring to me, but that's what it is.
No.
Great story.
And by the way, if you're in the background and you have a story, we don't care what it is. It could be any kind of story, an encounter, whatever. It could be a time glitch. All you got to do is in the chat. You have posted your email, right?
Yeah,
Jeff?
here, I'll post it again.
He's going to post it again. And all you got to do is just say, "Hey, I want to come on," and he'll send you a join link. That's simple.
I just sent one out. We'll see if he comes back with us.
Yeah, there it is. Have you had a face-to-face, Roger?
Not face-to-face, but about 160 or 70 yards clear, about a 30-second encounter.
But it wasn't. It was the backside.
Yeah. Well, it was side view. I got to see it walk up the hill, and
okay, but we need to have a name for that because, I'm in the same camp. I just keep seeing the back.
It did turn and look at me, but it wasn't like 10 yards away. So
right.
It kind of acknowledged. I've been hunting that area since I was 8, and I was 14 at this time. And when it stepped out, it's just. People say the first thing I noticed, and you're like, but your brain is noticing everything at the same time. So that's why it scrambles. You can't think straight. Do I run? Do I sit still? What do I do? It was looking to where it was going to go up in a gap where an old gate was that it'd been open for decades. And so the honeysuckles and the vines and stuff, you couldn't close it. It was looking that way, and then all of a sudden, it's like it either realized I was there or just let me know, hey, I know you're there, and I'm not worried about you. It turned like that and looked right at me, and that's when I'm like, uh-oh, what do I do? But I stayed. I don't know what made me stay. I don't know if I was too scared to run, but getting to see it walk up the hill was one of the things that told me, my 14-year-old mind. I knew it wasn't right. The color, all from head to toe, the size and all that comes along with it. And the thing we can't explain is the mass. The mass just blows your mind. But when it started walking up the hill, and I had done that, several times, hated it because of the way the grass regrow every year. The guy wouldn't cut it every year, and it's tough to walk through. You couldn't wade through it. And this thing was just stepping right over it, just like a walking horse motion, and where I would have to put my legs up and over, stumbling up hills. So yeah, it was pretty intense. And I don't know whether the worst part was seeing the thing or not being able to talk to anybody for 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
It's. You don't know what to say.
No. And when I was a kid, I could get by with, you ever seen a Bigfoot? But as you get in 18, 19, 20, you can't get by with that so much. So.
Well, look how it's affected you. I mean, you've kind of devoted your current life to the mystery.
Yes, sir.
And obviously you wouldn't be here, Rusty, if you hadn't seen that.
Correct.
Why would you?
Oh, absolutely. And I remember thinking, when I went straight from there to medical school, what was I going to say in medical school or residency or fellowship? Does that, disqualify me somehow? Does that question my integrity, my, so I just didn't say anything at all for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Okay, let's do another clip. I want to show a Bigfoot clip, and there's a reason. Let's go to clip. Let's see here. Clip 8. Go ahead and run that.
8.
Now, this clip represents an animal or a creature that my Joe, Joe, Adam.
Yeah.
Would Joe lie?
No,
there's not a chance he would lie. Joe saw this creature. Go ahead and play it first. It's actually not bad footage. It's crouching under a bunch of. It's a windbreak at a farm by Big Marine Lake. And the people that shot it would not come forward. They dropped it off at a news station anonymously, and they left. And this was then recorded from the TV screen when they played it on the news. And Joe had seen this exact creature based on the color just days before. And so whatever it was headed east. He saw it on the shore of Rondo Lake.
Yeah.
He walked right in front of his car, broad daylight, and stepped over a barbed wire fence like it wasn't even there. And he calls me up and he goes, "Did deer walk upright?" I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Well, did deer walk upright?" And he described the color. Then this was shot. And I ran ads in their local paper for months, trying to get them to come forward.
Gotcha.
And they wouldn't. Nobody came. Not one person answered. Not even a hoaxer answered the ad because they had a reward out for those people to come forward. But anyhow, so that's
maybe they will nowadays. Maybe it's
that footage is legit based on the fact Joe sees it, and then 2 days later, this. I mean, it literally could draw a straight line from where they saw that and filmed it. I mean, that's some pretty good evidence. That tells me that footage is real.
Yeah, it's pretty compelling footage.
Why don't you just play it one more time real quick?
Sure.
Now that people know this story.
I was focused in on the thigh. I don't think you can hear me.
I found it interesting how it's crouched way down.
Yeah, when it's leg lift. Yeah.
And I have studied the film. It's got some pretty hefty legs. You know, of course, people are like, "Oh, that's a suit." You know, well, obviously it could be, but Joe described the creature that walked in front of his car at about 8 foot tall, and it just stepped over a 4.5 foot barbed wire fence like it wasn't even there. So there you go.
There you go.
Let's do one more, and then we'll come back to our crazy crew here. Let's see here. Let's play. Oh, man.
Hey, Jeff, I sent you a couple pictures from LBL.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about LBL, Adam.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a clip here of a horseshoe crab, but there's some history on it. And I found it interesting because they're claiming the horseshoe crab was here before the dinosaurs and before a lot of the stars were even born in the sky, that this animal existed on Earth. Go ahead and run it.
What, clip 5, I believe?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, clip 5.
All right, give me 1 second here.
Dude, take a look at this. Ugh, what is it? Oh, it's just an animal that's been here on Earth for nearly 500 million years. What? Yeah, man. This is a model of the horseshoe crab, living creatures which look pretty much identical to their 450 million-year-old ancestors, which is why they're often referred to as living fossils. They just appear to have changed very little over this vast period of time. Nature definitely settled on a freaky looking crab. Yeah, well, truth be told, they're not actually crabs at all. They actually belong to the subphylum Chelicerata. What? Chelicerata, man. It just means that they're more closely related to things like spiders and scorpions than they are to actual crabs. Ugh. But here's the thing, man. Even though they might look a little scary, they're totally harmless to humans. Their little claws are really weak, and their tail doesn't stab or sting. It's just there to help them move around. Oh, cool. I still wouldn't want to be near one. Look, dude, these guys were here way before dinosaurs were, let alone humans, all right? So maybe show your elders a little more respect. In fact, I don't think you get it, man. Horseshoe crabs are quite literally astronomically old. They predate the existence of many of the stars we see at night. No. Oh, yeah. The brightest star in the night sky, Sirius, the Pleiades star cluster, and Betelgeuse, Orion's shoulder, have all been found to be younger than horseshoe crabs. Each of these stars, and many others, had yet to form while these guys were crawling around on Earth. And really, the night sky has entirely changed since these creatures have been around. Not only because lots of familiar stars didn't exist way back when, but also because none of our constellations did either. What do you mean? Well, stars are not stationary. Every star we can see, including the sun, is moving through space. going around the galactic center. And these motions do eventually lead to changing stellar configurations, as seen from here on Earth. It takes an astronomically long time to notice, but constellations are only temporary, and horseshoe crabs have been around for many different versions of the night sky. Wow. Yeah, I mean, think about this. The sun takes about 230 million years to fully orbit the galactic center, meaning that horseshoe crabs have literally been all the way around the Milky Way galaxy just about 2 times. They are 2 galactic years old. Okay, that is awesome.
There you go.
It's a good video.
I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting. Well done.
The kid that presented that, I thought it was fascinating.
Yeah, he did a good job.
We used to go catch horseshoe crabs on Sanibel Island in Florida. There was a river in Ding Darling. I think it's a state park. It's called Ding Darling State Park, named after the comic artist that lived on Sanibel Island. But I would take my kids there and we'd collect horseshoe crab shells. They're everywhere. And they would mate there. It was just a really cool little area.
Did you ever eat at the Mucky Duck?
Mucky Duck? No. Never
Yeah,
had the mucky. I ate at the other kind of duck with the F word, but not the mucky one.
Yeah, Doug, show.
Sanibel is beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I used to go there every winter and just spend a month there, just because it was so wild back in the days. That's kind of a cool. I mean, you'd go to the Jerry's supermarket. There'd be always alligators in the parking lot. It was a crazy place. Yeah, I loved it. Okay. Anyhow, Adam, so you're one of the few idiots that I know that would ever go to the LDL, the Land Between the Lakes, LBL, and camp alone.
Yep.
Why would you do that? I mean, that's the legendary werewolf sighting capital of the world, and you go there. It's like, I'm going to go camping at the LBL.
It was on my way home. Yeah. It was
on the way home. Okay, that's a great reason to get eaten. Good
I would have done it. I would have done it.
Okay, I know you, Carl. You're just as nutty as Adam. How about you, Roger? Would you camp alone at the LBL?
No.
No, exactly. Rusty, would you?
No, I don't think so. I've been offered a chance to go with other people, and
I wouldn't even go with other people.
Yeah.
Now we've camped there quite a bit, with other people, but I try to get in the middle.
Exactly. Where you're smart. You don't want to be.
Yeah, I tried to go with Roger on one of those trips. I think that Roger went on, and I just couldn't get away to do it. So yeah, I would do it with other people.
Yeah.
Okay, so the place that Adam went, I went the first time I ever visited the place. I asked Daryl Denton, where should I go? And then he didn't answer right away. So naturally, I went right to the first place he told me not to go alone. And then we saw tracks from about 80 yards in the mud. And I went out and filmed the tracks. There was over 30 tracks, large male, the mama and the kids running everywhere. And I'm scared to death. You can hear it. I'm nervous. I see a wolf track that's huge. And I come back to the truck. And the doors had been open and the windows were down when I left. They're locked. The windows are up. I'm like, what are you doing? And she opened the door and she said, while you were out there, a rock came out of the woods behind the truck and bounced and skipped under the truck. And I'm like, well, that's when you blow the horn. I didn't even have my phone with me. I had a little poor man's GoPro. So leading up Adam, I'm like, yeah, I found a family full of Bigfoot tracks and a big wolf, and I did not know he was there by himself.
Okay,
I apologize.
But Adam, you had an experience, didn't you, the moment you arrived there?
Yeah, it was pretty nutty.
Well, go ahead and tell us.
Told me which site to go to, and they told me why to go there. And the reason why they said go there is because it's on the side of the hill, and I guess they come down through that site and they go to the water's edge and then they eat. So I'm like, yeah, this is cool, whatever. So I get to the campsite and there's only 2 other people there. So there's 20 plus campsites. I don't know, maybe even 30. I don't know. There's a lot, but there was only 2 other people in the camp. So I pull up and my whole mission is just to get ready for bed, sleep one night, hit the road, come back to Minnesota the next day. But I get there and immediately things start happening. There's branches breaking. There's rocks being tossed into my camp. And they just sound like they were angry at me. And then Roger basically tells me, I send him pictures of these things. And, Jeff's got the pictures right now. He can put them up whenever. But I find these things at the water's edge, and there's mussels in them. There's like 5 or 6 of these little traps, and fish traps or mussel traps or whatever they are. And that's kind of what I want to talk to the audience about. But somebody or something made these traps, and every one of them was working because they all had mussels in them. Mm-hmm. So I figure they come down to the water's edge and eat mussels. And I interrupted dinner time or something. I don't know. But man, they weren't happy with me. They eventually, about an hour and a half later, they calmed down, and I didn't have any more craziness for the rest of the night. But they were throwing rocks at me for a good half an hour. So, but yeah, and then I found, if you look down the shoreline, I didn't take a picture of it, unfortunately, but right up against the pine trees, about 20 feet from the shoreline, I found a boneyard as I was leaving, and there was all sorts of fish skeleton and mussels, shells, and possibly some, other animals there, maybe even some deer parts. But they were all right underneath that tree. And I'm just like, okay, who goes down to the shoreline to eat and leaves a giant pile of bones underneath a pine tree? So
a dog man.
Maybe dog man.
Dog man does.
And there's been piles of those mussel shells found on the other side of the bay in the woods. And I texted the guy that fishes there all the time. He said he's never seen any structures like that.
Well, it looked to me like whatever was putting, maybe somebody was putting mussels in there to keep them fresh. So you catch them and then you can store them on the shore, so they can't really get away. It's like not a trap, a mussel cage.
Refrigerator.
A refrigerator, exactly. By the way, Kenny is in. If you want to let Kenny in.
Yeah, welcome, Kenny.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
hello,
Kenny. How are you?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
You sound like crap, but we can hear you.
Yeah, well, I'm from West Virginia. You'll have to forgive me.
Well, no, I don't mean that. Just move your mic a little bit away, just so it's a little farther.
A little bit farther?
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Is that better?
Yes, sir.
That's better because you can't see me now.
No, I didn't. I didn't mean you to move back. I meant your mic. Move your mic.
Yeah, well, my mic's on my phone.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I got you.
If I get a little shaky, I'm nervous.
Oh, that's fine. Have you ever been on a podcast, Kenny?
No, sir.
Oh, geez.
Welcome.
Well, congratulations.
Good to have you on.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We got a new one, and we'll make you love it. Okay. But Adam, I would imagine the rocks quit. You found the bones. You slept like a rock. You always do.
Yeah.
Except in that room I put you in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I just wondering if any, viewers have seen these things, or, talked to Chris about it. He said, they're just fish traps. People make them all the time, and, they're no big deal. And I'm just like, I thought it was weird, because I'm like, who's going to sit there and eat fish? Like, well, we got fishing poles. Why wouldn't we fish? Why would you make fish traps? So.
Right. Just like in Arizona, I found that one very, very large fish trap on the river, and it was the amount of material that it was moved in order to make it, and including, of course, the wide fingered impressions that were left there from creating it. It was pretty remarkable, but it certainly looked very similar, except a much larger than the ones you found.
Yeah, mine were about the size of a regular seat cushion, so they were, Kenny, you had any experience with fish traps?
With what?
Fish traps?
Fish traps? No.
Okay. So.
And it's odd too that you find those piles of mussel shells in the woods with no fire around, so something's sitting there eating them raw and stacking the shells in a pile.
And if it was just a raccoon, why wouldn't they eat them right there on the shore?
Yeah, they wouldn't save them.
Yeah,
that's good insight about the fire. That's a really good insight. Yeah.
Can you put that picture up? Because there was one photo he showed me where you could see like 4 or 5 of those. Oh, there's 2 of them right there.
Yeah. Yep.
There's the one closest to the camera. There's another one. And it's like a little tide pool.
Yeah.
I think it's nature's. I think they were using them as refrigerators.
That makes sense.
It does.
I saw something like that on Saley's Sasquatch one time on one of theirs in a stream. Looked like that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So, Kenny, have you seen anything? Have you had any kind of encounters?
I haven't had a Bigfoot sighting. I caught in an orb up in New Hampshire. I sent you a picture of, and I have a possible how I recorded in Canal State Forest here in Charleston.
But what I'm getting at is, why are you so interested in this mystery? Because we obviously talk about Bigfoot mainly.
I grew up, watched all the Monster Quests and all that stuff, but I had a couple rotator cuff surgeries and started researching Bigfoot a little bit. And then when I started to get back in shape, Russ Jones gave me an area he researches in Canal State Forest. So my wife and I started researching and hiking. I'm back in good shape now and all that. So,
well, good. I'm glad you're feeling better.
So we go, that was back in 2006, 17 and 18. I had 2 rotator cuff surgeries. So I was shut down for about 3 years. But I've been researching before that, but I really got into it then. I watched a lot of podcasts and stuff. And like I said, Russ Jones gave me one of his areas to research. So that's what we do. We hike and get exercise. I get a lot of pictures of just beautiful scenery, and lost 80 pounds hiking and researching. But it's
good
all
for you. Good for you.
Everything benefits, So
yeah, absolutely. It's a great mystery, and if you can get exercise, enjoy the outdoors, it's a win-win-win.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a couple of foot tracks. I've sent you all that stuff, but
you did, and I would have to go get it, which I could maybe do.
Yeah, I got that orbs in there, and I got the footprints, and plus the how. Dave Ellis, I think Dave was going to check that how out for me. I haven't heard back from him yet. But.
Yeah, I forwarded it off to him. I might be able to just escape for a few minutes and get it to Jeff. I see Tristan's in the house. Tristan, if you want to come on, just send Jeff the little request and he'll get you a link.
I was going to say, I probably have to drop for tonight, but
please, Carl.
Good to see you again, Carl.
But yeah, man, I really appreciate it, and what a blast we had last weekend. For
it was fun.
It was great. It's fun to meet you in person.
And it was really cool. As Carl was a VIP that whole weekend, and he would make us feel like peons. What are you doing, Carl? You want to go to breakfast? No. I'm going to the VIP breakfast.
Yeah.
What are you doing today? You want to have dinner with us? No, I'm going to the VIP dinner.
Yep.
So Carl got to be a VIP.
Yeah, I talked with a lot of people, and boy, I really appreciated hearing everyone's stories, and it was great time.
The conferences are nice, and you got to meet Russ Accord and Maria, and you got to obviously meet me in person, which was cool to hang out like we did. So
it was great to meet you in person. We had a lot of fun. Good stories.
Oh, we did.
We talked late into the evening.
I do have to apologize to you profoundly for saying "what's up" all the time.
It's okay. I'm used to it. I walk in a room, people go, "Sup?" So
couldn't resist. Anyhow, well, thanks, Carl. We'll talk to you. We'll probably talk to you tomorrow. All right.
Yeah. All right. Sounds great.
All right.
Bye, Carl.
Bye.
Good night.
There. See, this is more room for you, Kenny.
Yeah. I need all the room I can get, Doug.
Oh my God. Well, I tell you, I can say one thing about you, Kenny. You got an awful cool name. If I had a name like Kenny Hess, God knows where I'd be today.
I got a grandson named Miller Hypes.
Gee,
good name.
You got a great name.
He's going to be a football star.
There you go. There you
And a
go.
beer commercial.
So what is it about the mystery that convinces you they're real? You know, as somebody who hasn't seen one,
Well,
what do you think the best evidence is?
You got to compile everything. It's all Dr. Meldrum's work, the footprints, and you got all the hair samples. Then you got the witness testimonies. There's too many reports for everybody to be a liar. It's got to be, it's got to be something more than. There's just too many sightings.
Yeah.
And it's just like UFOs. There's so many sightings that everybody can't be a liar. But
well, I like the way you're thinking because it really is a collective. It's not any one thing. It's everything.
Yeah. That's like what Dave Ellis does with the sound work and what you do with with all the people you bring on. It's you have to weigh all the evidence, not just a bit here and a bit there. It's a little bit of everything.
Do you want me to go? Let me bop out of here and I'll go send those recordings to Jeff.
Yeah, I got.
Email them to me. Yeah.
Do you want them emailed or can I put them in Messenger?
Email's easier, but I can figure it out. If Messenger's easier, I'll figure it out either way. Whatever you got to do.
I think you can just play it. Well, maybe not. Okay, I'll see if I can get them in. It's hard to remove things.
Yeah, the beginning of the first email or the first chat we had was the orb, and then it just goes down. I got the footprints. I've got some evidence from Hanging Rock State Forest. The rock up in the tree, and I got some tree structures from down in Hanging Rock Forest and State Forest in North Carolina. But the orbs from up in New Hampshire. Where I do my Bigfoot call, and that's the orb showed up there in New Hampshire. My wife and I was taking a break on a pond called Falls Pond.
Okay.
And that orb showed up. We got a picture of it, and there was another one farther back in the woods. We didn't get a woman come down with her dog, and we got to chatting. I got distracted, and then it was gone.
Yeah.
But I've made the call I make a whistle like call, and I've called in coyotes, and I got an orb, and now I got maybe that Bigfoot. Just depends on whether it's a Bigfoot or possible coyote. That's about the only thing it could be where I was at with that howl I got.
I'm really tempted to ask you to do your call.
Well,
I'm tempted.
I blow through my knuckles. It sounds like a dove on steroids, but when I do it close to my phone, it does. You do have it on your. I think I sent you that call. It's towards the end of our emails. The call I make, but it don't really sound good up close. Now, if I get out in the wide open out of my house, I can do it really good. I may have to go outside and do it for you to where you could hear it that way. I don't know what it is about being inside, but it don't sound the same. But I blow through my knuckles, you clasp your hands and blow through the knuckles.
Is that like that loon call?
Yeah, well, it sounds like a dove. It sounds like a big old dove on steroids.
Yeah.
But one of Dave Ellis's Monongahela's calls, it sounds like a call from when they're a distant call, like a locator call. So I don't do the big howls or whoops or anything. I just do that whistle. I don't do tree knocks or anything. I just that whistle is all I do.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. You guys can do whatever. Roger, take over. tell an Adam story. No doubt, Adam did something funny down there.
Adam is just a great guy. He is funny too. I could joke with Adam. He, even if he didn't get it, he'd laugh. He'd be, he was nice. So I've got a story actually. So Adam, Bud, my wife and I and Kumbo and Greg, we were all out on the point, and it got dark, and I don't do calls. I don't have a strong voice. They're practicing their calls. Kumbo's doing a few, and then I think Adam might have tried one, and then Bud. Well, we didn't hear it. This cruise ship on the river slipped up on us, and we were all wondering what they were thinking was going on that little knob there. It was just right at dark, and I don't know who brought it up, but it was quiet, wasn't it? I didn't see it. Yeah, but I would love to hear some of their stories. They may send y'all an email. Hey, we heard Bigfoot down in Alabama on a cruise ship. Yep. But that was interesting to see the different type calls, and I think some people were kind of self-conscious doing a call in front of Kumbo, but all of them were great. I just can't do it.
Is this the best story you can come up with on Adam?
No, I don't know.
Hey, I got a question for Adam.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam, have you seen speaking of LBL, there was our thermal footage from earlier this year that a couple of friends of mine and Rogers and other people took that is just fascinating. That maybe it looks like an upright creature of some kind. Some people think it looks more like a dog man. I thought it looked more like a Bigfoot, but it's from like March or so of this year. And I hesitate to give their names because I don't know whether they want to share that or not. But they're people that we know, or several of us know well, and it's from LBL.
I met those people at Flat Rocks, got to sit next to them, and they told me the whole story. And yes, that footage is very compelling, and that's one of the reasons they're the ones who told me exactly where to go. And in addition to Roger, so everyone got me to the same spot, which was really cool. And I did get to meet them and hear their story.
Oh, so, yeah, they're great, nice people.
Yep, scared me to death. Yep.
That spot that you went to, there's a couple in the area, but that one spot seems to have more activity. I'm wondering if it's just because there's a family unit there or whatever you want to call it, and they try to run you off because, we've 3 years before, I didn't know this, but a trackway was found in the same place.
Yeah.
And then when I posted mine on my show, I started getting these emails and messengers and phone calls like, hey, do you know about the Reed Noble trackway? I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
And they did a great job documenting that. They took plaster casts and, it was amazing.
I met Patrick on that trip and had a great time with him.
Patrick's in the chat, or at least he was earlier.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
He's really, really great guy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He hit the phone. He showed me the pictures of his trackway. And again, I can completely understand why that area gets so much trackway evidence because of the water and the way it recedes and just creates a giant mud bank, There were tracks in the mud, but I went out there and I was able to see shoe tread. So but the weird part about it was like a size 6 children's shoe. It was a little kid walking around in that mud. And it was an interesting track. So I'm just like, because it started in the middle and walked out of the mud, but I didn't see them walk into the mud. So that was, I should have taken pictures, but I'm just like, no, that's human activity. I'm not going to waste my time, but it was interesting. But yeah, lots of mud. Great place to collect tracks.
That's where we get our tracks.
Yeah.
Around the creeks and in the mud.
Yep. Makes sense. I'm going to do something weird next time I go out. I'm going to bring I'm going to go to the marble store where they do marble countertops, and I'm going to have them cut me some pieces, and I'm going to try to make like a giant marble obelisk and put it down and like rake the ground and get it wet. So to see if they come up and touch it, because they, the whole thing, I learned a lot more this weekend about the supernatural stuff and, quartz crystals and just all the, things that I'd never even thought about before. So my mind is definitely more open to the high strangeness side of things now. Again, I don't want to lean into it too hard because if they're able to teleport in and out, like we'll never be able to catch them. But I'm hoping that they slip up and leave their prints in the mud for me.
Well, Rusty's been to one of the stranger places down, Talladega National Forest, and there's quartz rocks laying. You can just bend over and just pick them up everywhere.
Yeah, I've got several of them here at the house.
I brought some, but they're outside. They don't come in the house after what happened to us. I'm like Adam. I'm being a little cautious.
There's a bunch of courts in Uwharrie when we went there.
What's the campsite we went to in Alabama with Mark Green?
So you were Creepy Mountain, and then there was Hollins. I don't know if you went to Hollins or not.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how much quartz there was at Hollins.
Yeah, that's where we're talking about.
I think both Roger and I have been there several times.
Yeah,
I did collect some quartz from there too, and mine is outside as well.
I would suggest that Doug does a little 30-minute to hour show on Hollins itself.
Yeah.
On what?
Hollins Hunter Camp. It's on the 33rd.
Never heard of it.
Oh man, we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's where we caught the orb a few months ago. My orb video that I showed you, and then I have audio from last year. It was on my phone, but it was one of the loudest screams I've ever heard in my life. It was cool. Amazing.
So I've got something that I want to show everybody. Say, Kenny, I forwarded those to David through Messenger. And I can't get them off Messenger to Jeff.
Yeah.
Here's why, because they got old enough now where they've locked me out of my old messages.
Yeah.
You know, Facebook is, I have a word for Facebook, but I'm not going to say it. So if you want to just send them to Jeff, is there a way you can just like step out for a second and get them forwarded to Jeff?
Yeah, I got something right here. I'll show you. My boss just handed me. I'll send him the orb pictures and stuff.
Okay, but we want to hear the howl.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the. Can you see my?
Yeah, let's get them full screen. There we go.
Yeah.
What is this now? It's footprint.
This is the 15.5-inch print I got out. I cast it out of Kanawha State Forest.
Okay.
And it's 7 inches wide at the top, and the heel was around 4.5. There's a little bit of overcast on the heel, but the top was in the ground. The heel I kind of had to pour out. It wasn't real deep.
So why are there toes on the very side of the right side of the foot? Do you know?
On the in the dead center of the foot, this was on a path, and there was rocks, solid rock, and that was leaf litter worth. It was coming down the side of a trail, and it's on an old gas well road. And the big toe came out real well. And then in between the big toe and the smaller toes was where that hollow spot was, where there was a rock right in the middle.
Gotcha.
So that was the one. And this is the other footprint I got. It's like 14 inches. And it had a curve in it, which threw people off. It was stepping up out of a stream. This was at the base of a little hill about 4 foot tall in a stream. There's a little bench down in that stream. It stepped up almost 4 foot. So I'm thinking it may have had some torque on it when it did this. It was pretty deep. I couldn't put I tried to put my boot down. I couldn't even put an impression.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, this was in a stream.
Yeah, very cool.
So, and what I'll do, I'll send Jeff that orb and that howl.
Yeah.
And I'll send that to him.
Yeah, you can just there's a little thing where you can just click your camera. It just shuts your camera off, and then you can do whatever you need to do, or you can just use the link. You can actually exit out and then just come right back in. We'll let you back in.
Yeah, well, I'll send you the.
Okay.
I'll send you 3 pictures or so, and
right,
that audio. Okay. See you in a minute.
Thanks, Kenny. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right, babe. Bye-bye.
And then we've got Flat Rockland here, and Tristan. I would love it if you'd want to join.
There's Flat. Hey, man.
Yep.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay, Jeff, I need everybody's opinion on this. Jeff, I sent you that giant microphones that we saw. You got to see this, guys. And Brendan said they've uncovered the third one. I figured there'd be 3 for doing triangulation.
Interesting.
And you saw these big giant microphones, right, Adam?
Yeah.
So the story goes, it was a friend of Jeff's friend's friend.
A friend of Brendan's, yeah.
Yes, ran into these giant microphones, ran into one, and then searched the area. And I think the other one was almost like a mile away, and then found the third one. But these things are like the size of basketballs. And I'm thinking, what could that be? They're obviously recording some sound, and it's in Bigfoot country. That's what's so interesting about it.
Yeah.
Anybody want to venture to guess what these are? What program they are operating? It's obviously government. And I wouldn't surprise me if they were Bigfoot recording microphones because of what happened to Adam. Remember your story?
Yeah.
I mean, you can relay that story. That'd be great. Go ahead and relay it right now, Adam.
The DNR story?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got to my teepee. My 30
leave the picture up. Hold on. Leave the picture up, Jeff. Because I want people to be able to, in the future or even right now to be able to go, hey, I know what that is. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah. So it was just the DNR stopped by right away. And they were kind of concerned because I was in that area. And they were like, yeah, we're here to set up some wildlife recording equipment. And I'm like, that's funny. That's what I'm doing too. And they're like, really? And they like, what are you doing, deer stuff? I'm like, no, I'm looking for Bigfoot. I just said it straight up. And they didn't laugh. They actually looked at me quite seriously and they said, oh, we hadn't heard any recent reports. And I'm like, yeah, there was a sighting here last week. So that's why I'm in the area. And they're like, they took it very seriously. And they were going to set up cameras in my area, but they just looked at their maps and they said something kind of strange, actually. They're like, oh, well, we're in the wrong area. We'll go set up over there. And they drove on the trail, which was pretty treacherous. I took that trail on my four-wheeler, and they drove a truck back there. And I don't know how they got across the small creek and everything, because the bridge was only like 3.5 feet wide. But yeah, it was. They drove behind me and disappeared, and I didn't see them come out of the woods. So they set up their cameras or whatever somewhere nearby, but definitely, I don't know. It was just a whole weird.
It was just weird having these guys just show up the minute you got set up with your cameras.
Yeah.
And saying, oh, we're going to do a deer study here.
Yeah.
It's just kind of odd. And then that internet truck pulled into the middle of a national forest too, which was odd.
Yeah, that was in the black helicopters. I had lots of strange things there.
Well, the internet truck that pulled into this national forest.
Telecom truck. Sorry.
Yeah, telecom. They blocked your signal.
Yeah, I was. It was the day Doug was coming up with his cameraman to interview me and stuff, and I was guiding him in, and I rode my four-wheeler all the way down to the main junction, and when I was sitting there, a telecom truck came and pulled in and literally parked, 200 yards away. And right when they did, I lost all cell service. I was unable to text Doug or tell him where find out where he was at or his ETA or anything. And so I jumped on my four-wheeler and I rode right up to him about 100 feet away. And I just kind of stared him down because I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? You're in the middle of a national forest. There is no telephone poles or wires or of any kind here. Why do you have a telecom truck sitting here? And eventually he got, he just picked up and left. But then the minute he left, I got cell service back.
Coincidence. Yeah, it's just coincidence.
Yeah.
But Roger, have you ever seen anything like this? Look how huge these things are.
The only thing I can't that comes to mind, I saw a documentary out in it wasn't Skinwalker Ranch, maybe it was Sedona, Arizona, and they were investigating and ran up on some government type equipment. It wasn't exactly like that, but they had the power supply and and audio equipment there, and the people researching didn't know where it came from or whose it was. So, but it wasn't exactly like that.
Well, what were the other ones used for?
I don't know. They didn't know. They just appeared. They just appeared, and it was in an area where, the vortices or vortex, and they had reports of strangeness in the area. So, and they found a track that looked like a Bigfoot track on the way in also.
Well, what's, we've all experienced the areas that there's a sighting and they rope it off. And then Adam you just had that happen. We gave him coordinates to go to this spot, and he gets there and it's all like, what, police taped off?
Yeah, taped off.
Yeah.
Like they must have done it the night before. There wasn't a single speck of dust on the tape.
Yeah, it was like they listened to our conversation and then taped it off.
Yeah.
Oh, it just
I was driving there.
How many coincidences can we tolerate is the question. And then you sent me that interesting I don't know, it was a video about what the government can do now legally.
Yep.
If they want, they can just do whatever they want.
Have a lot more freedom to just
tap
phones and do whatever they want.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about that video is they said that 99.97% of the requests get approved.
Yeah.
For untapping people. It's like it's not even. It's just a joke.
That's just a formality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyhow. They do have something that vaguely looks like that. I remember seeing it in the desert in Nevada around Area 51. And I assumed that was, a listening point, because obviously that's very heavily patrolled and controlled by the military. So I assumed that's it. I don't think it looked exactly like that, but it was, something fairly similar. Well, that's what I would assume it is, some kind of listening device.
Well, sure. Yeah, absolutely. It's a listening device and it's recording. But the question is, what are they doing it for?
Well, Doug, send me coordinates. I know what I'm doing this weekend.
Oh, you want it? Well, I've got the exact GPS location of this. So
yeah.
You can go go up to it and go testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3.
Yeah. Well, if that case isn't locked, I can open the case and figure out what they're using for a power supply and for a recording device.
Oh, I'm sure it's locked. I think, okay, let's talk tomorrow, and I think we can get you your answers before you go up.
Yeah.
But we should talk. But if anybody knows in the future, leave it in the comments what it is. There are 3 of them. I guess they're about a mile apart. So whatever they're doing, they're trying to get a location on something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Triangulation.
So who knows? Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate you throwing that up. You can take it down now. Okay. Flat, what do you think it is?
I have no idea. Can you hear me?
Yep. Loud and clear.
3 of them within a mile radius.
Yeah.
And that puff thing.
Oh, it's about the size of a volleyball or a
wow, no kidding.
Yeah.
Like an omnidirectional microphone, sort of.
Yeah, definitely omnidirectional. Absolutely. Yeah. And it's big and expensive.
Well, I heard you talking about that van showing up last week on, I forget her name, the podcast you were just on. I didn't know about all that. That was last year, Adam, right? When you were out there for a month?
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, I was out there for a month.
2 years ago.
Yeah, seems like yesterday.
Yeah, I remember trying to freak you out in live time. There's something behind you. Man, 2 years. Yeah, that's bizarre. Oh. So, yeah, obviously they're listening to you, of course.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder why.
Well, the other thing too, and I don't want to say it, but let's just say the location, the next location, Adam was going to set up a whole bunch of cameras, right?
Yep.
The location got sabotaged really bad.
Yeah.
Or let's just say a bunch of pipes broke at the homestead where pipe broke and flooded the entire house, literally to the point the second floor collapsed.
Yeah.
Wow. Where Adam was gonna be staying.
Yeah, a few days before I was headed out there.
Yeah, think about that. Once again, another coincidence.
Yeah, that's a lot of coincidences stacking up.
And of course, it got delayed now because he can't go out there. Because he needs, he needs the power. He needs everything's been shut down, and it's on indefinite hold.
Doesn't that make you wonder?
It does make you wonder. I was on the phone with my daughter, and I'm just going to say this publicly. I was on the phone with my daughter, and we were talking about some pretty deep forensics I'm working on.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we both hear,
"You're being recorded.
This call is being recorded." Swear to God. And we both hear it. And my daughter freaked out. And I said, okay, just change the subject to family stuff. And then we heard a beep and an echo. The beep echoed. And then we talked about family stuff for a while. And then I said, okay, back to the forensics. We talked about that. Here comes that sound. It goes, this call is now being recorded again.
Wow. Yeah. That's not even trying to hide it.
It's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Wow.
It makes you think like they're trying to obviously let you know that they're there. Is it intimidation?
I don't know.
Or
who knows? I'm not saying it's government, but once again, it's just it's just one of those coincidences again and again and again and again. And this last one over the weekend was the last straw. Well, we're going out there, and we talked about it over the phone, and now suddenly the whole place got flooded.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say
last weekend.
What? Huh? What?
Oof, last weekend.
Yeah. And now he can't go. It got canceled. So,
I do have one more weird story. So Doug, when I was testing that EMF meter for you, remember?
Yep.
I had to literally turn off all the power in my house because all my Wi-Fi and all that other stuff was interfering with the meter, right? I was trying to get a base level 0 reading. Mm-hmm. And as I was testing this meter with no lights on, I killed the main circuit breaker for my entire house. All of a sudden, I got this crazy spike on the meter, like right when I started my test. And I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And I heard a noise outside. I walk outside, and 30 feet away in the street, there's a police car with a cop standing out of the car, pointing a radar gun at my living room window.
What?
And I'm like, yeah. And
whoa.
I looked,
radar gun.
And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, radar gun.
Wow. Well, if I can interrupt here for a second, Kenny's trying to get back in. I have some pictures and audio from Kenny. Kenny, it looks like your microphone or camera are not on. So I can see you trying to get in, but it looks like your camera and microphone is not on.
Just get, if you can hear us, Kenny, just get out and then just try to hit the link again. It'll let you.
And then back to our last picture, that microphone. Guys, you did he ran it through Google image search, and what he came up with is a global navigation satellite system, GNSS station, also known as a continuous operating reference station, CORS. These stations are used for various geodetic and earth science applications.
So it's not a listening device.
Well, that's what he.
Well, I think we're going to find out. We got to find out now because you could be right, Tristan, but it also might be a giant microphone.
It looks like it's got a windscreen on it.
It sure does. Yeah, it looks like a microphone.
It's got what they call a windscreen, and they wouldn't put that on a GIS or a GPS unit.
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to report that. That's what he said. So who knows?
Yeah, so you could be right, Tristan, but I think a visit is probably in order.
That may be what it's officially called.
Yeah, should I say that I'm not with the S word? I'm not, just in case I disappear tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I hope I don't disappear.
Every time somebody says that, they end up leaving this planet.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it, but you all know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if SEAL Team 6 shows up at your house, we'll know what happens.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they have people that then they always go, oh, suicide.
So Kenny, you want to set us up here? What did you? I have 4 things from you. I got 2 pictures and 2 audio clips. What can you tell us about?
I just sent an 2 audio clips. One of them is the how I make. It starts at 14 seconds. Is in your notes.
Yep.
But it starts at 14 seconds. You may have to try to boost that just a hair. I just went outside and did it across the porch from my wife.
Let's see if we can hear it here.
That's the Bigfoot how or possible how I recorded there. That's the how I got out of Kanawha State Forest. That one. That's all right though. That's what we sent to Dave Ellis. If you want to play it again.
I clicked the wrong one. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You can play that one. We can do it either way you like, Jeff.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. I do have the other clip that you sent.
And that'll be the whistle I make, and it starts at 14 seconds, and I do 2 whistles.
And that's you, Kenny.
Yeah. Could you hear that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll play it again here.
Well, we could hear you doing your loon call.
Yeah,
Your dove
yeah,
call.
that's the whistle I make.
Yep, I can make that sound too.
All right.
So, was it a return call after you made that sound?
Yeah, that other recording I got there for you, that whatever that was, it answered. That's the call I make. It answered that call. That recording
so
that little.
So it made the exact same sound that you made.
No. The first one Jeff played. The first one Jeff played is what, and that's what we recorded. The how I got we sent to David.
Okay, that's what you
Here,
heard.
I'll play it. I'll play it again here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I hear it. Yeah.
The only thing it could other be besides a Bigfoot, it could be a coyote, but I don't. The coyotes usually just that right there was looped 3 times. What you heard there was just a single recording, and it was looped 3 times. But yeah, the coyotes usually go off and make a bunch of noise.
Kenny, how long was it after you did your call that you heard that response?
It was within 5 seconds. The first response we got, we didn't get recorded. It answered my call 3 times. And the third time it was too far away. It's on top of it was going up the hill, up the mountain. But what we recorded was probably 100 yards away, about level with us, and it started up the hill.
Oh, that's fascinating.
The first call we didn't record was a lot more aggressive. It sounded more, like it discovered us or something, and was kind of disgusted. It was a different sound.
So it was just one animal. It wasn't.
I think it was just one. And my wife could hear it. I can't hear very well, but my wife could hear it walking. And this was across the hollow from us. And I don't think if it was coyotes or something, we wouldn't hear them walking. This kind of could hear it walking.
Very interesting. Back to the big microphone ball that Caillou found the stuff. And my point is they're obviously recording sound and they may have an interest in the Bigfoot screams and howls. And I just find it interesting. I mean, to go out in the forest and say, "Oh, we're looking for a human talking," I don't know. It just all seems lame to me. What's their motivation for putting these?
And why they have three of them so close together? If it's
And what Caillou mentions could just be their excuse.
Right.
We're trying to preserve the natural soundscape of the area. Really, it's a frickin' forest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should already know what that is. So
exactly. If you don't know what that is by now, then you're not too bright.
And one of those microphones is right close to the road, to the highway.
Yeah, one of them is pretty close. Yeah. I don't know. I just find it. I just kind of get that spidey, tingly, thinking. It's interesting.
You think that they would go with game cams if that was the case, right?
Well, I mean, there's so many amazing sounds that Bigfoots make out in the forest.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine when no one's around the stuff that's heard. I mean, Caillou knows that more than anybody. Yeah. He's recorded crazy stuff out by Bumpy Lake. If you want to come on, Caillou, I think he hasn't answered me. It's like, just come on.
Yeah.
And guys, I got to go. I'll give y'all some room. Thanks for having me on. And
thanks,
Roger. Thanks, Roger. Good to see you.
Nice seeing everybody, Rusty and Adam.
Thanks,
Adam
Roger.
here.
We'll talk soon.
Bye, Roger.
Bye-bye. Bye. See y'all.
Yeah, Roger.
Hey, Jeff. I got you 2 pictures of one picture of an orb in there too. I sent you.
Yeah. Let's see here.
The first picture shows the orb. The second picture shows where we was sitting, when the orbs are over to the right hand side of that picture. It's where we was sitting. Yeah, the orb's in the tree right there.
Can you blow that up, Jeff?
That's where we was. That right there is where we was sitting, and those 2 trees are on the right hand side of the picture. Yeah.
Super interesting when people see stuff like that in the daytime.
Yep.
That's cool.
We got a couple really interesting orb stories at the conference as well. So
there was
beginning to
there was one farther back in the woods, but we didn't get a picture of it because the lady and the dog come down. But there was another one farther back in those woods.
Wow.
But that showed up after I made that call. When we sat down and take a break, I always make that call.
So are you?
Did that just appear in that spot, Kenny?
Yeah.
Or did it move at all?
Well, I got the picture and everything of it. When I turned around, when that woman showed up and we got to talking to her, and we looked back, it was gone.
Okay.
But and that other picture, the other picture I got, it shows that area is not lit up by the sun. That I've zoomed in and got that pic, but if you look at the other picture, you can see on the right-hand side of that picture, those 2 trees are real small on the right-hand side, but they're not in the sun. The sun's on the left side. Yeah, you can see they're sitting back in the shade on that side, and the sun's hitting the left side of the picture. Those 2 trees right there, those 2 trees on the right is where that was at, sitting in those trees. And just a little farther back in those woods right there was the second orb. It didn't last real long because, like I said, that woman come by with her dog, walking her dog, and we didn't, after that it was gone.
Nice.
That's a good image.
Yeah,
it's bright. It is a good image. Oh, you can see it's definitely an orange glow to it. It's bright.
That's called. That's it. That was in New Hampshire. It was it's called Falls Pond. It was down on the gorge in New Hampshire in the White Mountains is where we was.
Boy, that definitely is some very Bigfoot looking country.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful country.
Did you watch it? Did you watch it move, Kenny?
No, we didn't get to see it move, but, another thing Connie just told me, when that woman walked that dog down there, That dog was wanting out of there.
Wow.
And she couldn't control the dog. It was wanting to leave. So when we got to talking, but we talked to her for just a minute. And then when we got back to looking towards the orb, it was gone.
Fascinating. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, I'm just looking here. Yeah, you might want to go up there, Adam. Is Adam still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Audio only. Yep, there he is.
Yeah, you might want to go up there. I've got the coordinates and see what it is. But I obviously, Caillou confirmed it's a recording device. Looks like it's probably just all sorts of GIS recording, but for what reason?
And why three so close together?
Well, I get that, but yeah, why do they need to do that study? What's the study about?
You know that, Doug.
They would have no interest in Bigfoot, none at all, because they don't exist.
Right.
You know, what I find interesting. They always have these little cover stories for their little surveillance work. Yeah. Anything. So, Flat, what have you been doing lately?
Nothing. I actually got back from my annual lobster diving trip 2 days ago.
Oh, cool.
And I wore these on the boat, Doug.
You didn't.
And they were a huge hit. So now I'm going to have to buy them for everybody, but that's your fault as well.
Did you buy those off Marketplace? Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, that one podcast you had, you put those on right before that hat that I bought. Yeah. So
hilarious.
I bought a whole bunch of crap that day.
Did you?
But yeah, they've worked. They're great boat shoes.
Can you show us again, please?
You bet. Yeah.
Okay, hold them still now so we can see. Yeah, they look like lobsters.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And you did not really go on a lobster diving trip, did you?
No, I go down to Southern California once a year, and we leave Ventura.
You did
3 days on a boat. The Channel Islands, Catalina Island.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of islands out there, and we do around 15 dives, couple night dives on a boat, and we get rock lobster, and you get 7 a day, so we're allowed 21 lobsters. We drive all the way down from Seattle, so it's 23 hour drive. Hop on a boat.
Is it free diving, scuba, or snorkel?
It's scuba, yeah, but there's a couple guys that free dive for like a yellowtail and some other fish out there.
Nice.
So yeah, it's great, man. But you're always thinking about those 20-foot white sharks that are swimming around when you're flopping around like an injured seal. Oh.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh
yeah.
Like at night dives, especially.
I think I know too much to go in the water and scuba gear anymore.
Well, it's cool. I talked about this on Dean's show last time I was on, but I was out there 2 years ago, and I asked one of the deckhands, who's actually the captain now of this boat. It's Peace Dive Boat out of Ventura. I said, "Hey, you ever see any UFOs out here?" And he said, "No, but because you're by Catalina where all the Tic Tacs and there's all kinds of crap that goes on." He said he worked on a small fishing boat. The captain told him he was on a boat by himself one night, just moored up off the side of I think it was Santa Cruz, and like a beach ball size orb circled his boat a few times. It freaked him the hell out. Wow. But that night I'm on the boat having a beer with a buddy, and we see a UFO. Just it looked like a shooting star. Enough time to go, "Hey man, check it out." And he goes, "Oh wow." And it was going at a 45, and then it kind of zipped sideways. But it was about this fast, way miles away. So I don't know if that's something we have or what, but it was pretty fast. It just it was looking south towards Catalina, San Diego area from Santa Cruz, Santa Rosa Island. But
I'm pretty convinced these things go into the water and then come out of the water.
Well, there was a video. I think Corbell and Knapp had it on their channel not long ago, where a light went down into the water, and it looks fishy, man, like a drone maybe, but it was right exactly where I was parked that night off of Rosa.
Really?
Yeah, which is bizarre. So who knows, man? It's a hot spot out there, so I'm always looking when I'm out there, but nothing crazy this time. I'm always looking.
Yeah, it's good because I don't think anybody ever wants to see anything crazy. Not really.
Well, it depends on what you mean by crazy.
Well, just like UFOs. I mean, yeah, once in a while, if you've got somebody who's never seen anything weird, you might want to see something. But generally, most people want their lives just to be, what we expect.
I don't want to see any of the stuff that I go looking for.
No. Exactly.
Yeah. I think about that all the time when I'm out alone. It's like I want to see something, but nothing too crazy. When I'm 15 miles in the bush by myself, that might ruin, my future experience of going out. Or I might not even go out anymore if I did see something, but I do. So it's like a conundrum. I don't know.
As long as it's a safe distance for me, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, exactly, Adam. Yeah, good call.
So Kenny has jumped out. Thanks, Kenny, for joining.
Thanks, Kenny.
He is no longer a podcast virgin.
Yeah, good to have you on, man. That was great.
Good job, Kenny.
See, it was painless.
Yeah.
It's easy. Anybody can come on.
He said
I was at work today, Doug. I have another quick story. I'll fill some time.
Please.
A friend of mine's wife was working with us today, and she was saying she grew up on a farm not far, actually near where Bob Pyle lives, out in Gray River, Gray Harbor. I know Grace Harbor County's out there, but Southwest Washington. And of course I go, you got any good Bigfoot stories? And she goes, I don't believe in Bigfoot. That's not real. Okay. But my dad saw when I was a kid, they had, I think, 165 cows, milk cows. And she said he got up early. He saw a light. She was kind of vague, but she said he saw a light, and there was this humming, just a hum. And I was trying to pin down, exactly what she meant by humming. She said, I don't know. It was, when she explained it, she was like, "Arr!" And I thought I go, oh, that's a Bigfoot roar. I was thinking of Dave Ellis's story not far from there. That big roar I heard as a kid. And she goes, no, she said it was an electrical humming. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then all of a sudden a big flash, boom. She goes, boom. I said, oh, did it light up the whole sky? She said, yeah, everything lit up, and that was it. No more sound, no more light. And all the cows are up on their feet, which is really rare at 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning. Usually, she said, some would get up, go eat, and half would lay down, but all of them are up. And on top of that, there was a bunch of cows in a big circle sniffing. They were sniffing, they weren't licking or just, no, they were like sniffing in a perfect circle. And she didn't know how big. Yeah. And I said, was it 20 feet, 30 feet? She goes, I don't know.
Cows were, okay, let's back up. The cows were sniffing, like snorting or sniffing or what?
I don't know. I don't know cows.
They were smelling. They were taking deep breaths, and they were in a circle.
Right. Yeah. And I was trying to gauge how big the circle was, but she didn't know. But we circled back, and I had her tell me the story again, and she said it was just a weird, loud humming, and it was an electrical. And then just an instant and a huge flash, and that was it. And other farmers in the area, after they had kind of a get-together town meeting, they saw a light. And I don't know what that means, but I just, I love asking anyone I meet, hey, you ever heard a Bigfoot or seen a UFO, and 9 out of 10 will think I'm absolutely insane, but there's that 1 out of 10 they're like, actually. So
yeah,
it was a good one.
Adam, you've got kind of a
sign out too. It's already 10 o'clock my time, so I got to get up early in the morning.
All right,
so you all take care. Thanks.
All right.
Good to see you, Rusty.
Thanks, Rusty. Thanks, Rusty. Adam.
Yep.
You've got a story about that. Remember the zip zips, the electrical sounds?
Yeah.
Tell that story real quick.
The Snellgrove story?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So got up early in the morning, and the outhouse is, 30, 40 feet from the cabin.
It's too far.
Yeah, it's definitely too far. But so I walked out to the outhouse, did my thing, came back, and on the way back, I was hearing this zip, 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 and luckily Chris actually caught it. So he's got a recording of it. But I was concerned because I thought it sounded to me like electrical arcing, and that somebody was going to get electrocuted when they came out and stepped in the water, because it had rained that night.
From the generator, from the Jenny.
Yeah, from the generator. So I went and turned the generator off, and I'm like thinking to myself, if the zipping stops, it's got to be electrical. But it didn't stop. I heard it after the generator was off. So then I'm like, is it a bug? Is it a critter? Is it a weird frog I don't know about? I don't know. So I stood on the porch with the generator off and hoping to get some good audio on it. And I just kind of waved into the woods like, hey, I see you, blah, blah. And the minute I waved, there was a bigger sound. So originally it was just zip, 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 zip. And then it was like zip, 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 zip. And I'm like, wow, Mama Bear told Baby Bear to stop making the noise because they'd been spotted. And I thought that was interesting. So, yeah, right the tree line at Snellgrove.
Fascinating. I don't mean to leave you hanging there.
Yep.
I had my mic turned off. Yeah, I mean, there was a whole bunch of, that was a crazy trip, that one. Yep. and we saw orbs too, everybody but me. You guys saw a lot of orbs. Do you want to describe all the orbs and the weird crap we saw up there?
Well, I didn't get to see the ones across the lake like you did originally, and Chris, and I know that other people saw them. But when we were sitting inside the cabin, we just kept seeing these lights fly by the cabin. And to me,
were bright red.
They were bright. They were stoplight red. And they were about the size of a baseball, and they were just zipping around the cabin. And the best feeling I got was when Joey and I both reacted at the exact same time, and we both said, "Did you see that?" And we're like, "Yes, we both saw."
And I had my back turned to the window.
Yeah. And so it was nice having that visual cooperation, that you aren't seeing things, and it was really there. So that was nice.
Welcome, Tristan.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Thanks for inviting me.
How are you? We haven't talked in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So Tristan does research, out west, Pacific Northwest, mainly around Bumping Lake, correct? Or Bumpy Lake.
Yeah, that's one of my main research areas. Unfortunately, it's going through wildfires right now.
Oh, no.
So, probably won't be going back there for a bit. But I was back there in August with Alex Petikoff. But unfortunately, we didn't really encounter anything.
You're the one, but I got to tell everybody, you're the one that started this whole humming phenomena that's now hit us and that we're in deep study on, because I interviewed a guy on Saturday that he heard the show and he came up to me at the conference. He said, "We need to talk." And I'm like, okay, whatever. He takes me outside and we're talking, and we're going to have him on and he can imitate it like exact. And it was definitely this hummingbird weird hum, but he said it was going right through his body. Like his whole body was shaking from it.
Wow.
And it's great because guess what he saw about 5-10 minutes later? They saw a bush shaking, like it was violently shaking, this little bush. And they kept watching it. They watched it for like 5 minutes, and he'd walk towards the bush and it would quit shaking. He'd walk back and they'd go back to their truck and just they were sitting on the tailgate, and it would start shaking again. And they kept watching that spot. And guess what walked out of where the bush was shaking? Juvenile Bigfoot.
Oh, okay.
With a beautifully rounded head, broad shoulders. He said it was really muscular. You know, it wasn't very tall. It was like maybe 3.5, 4 feet tall. And it just zipped away. I mean, it ran away. They got to see it run away. And so directly correlated with the humming was the sighting of a Bigfoot and 2 witnesses.
Yeah, I've never heard that where somebody hears that and then you actually see a Sasquatch.
Yeah, that's first time.
That's
so
interesting.
Come on. I interviewed him. I waited till golden hour and I took him out and interviewed him for LMS2 and got a great interview from him. He was really awesome. And of course, I come to find out he lives down the road 4 miles from me.
Oh.
So he's close by. Yeah. So
you think he could take you to that spot?
Yeah, of course. But the spot is way up north.
Oh,
where
way up north.
Jeff's friend is at right now.
Oh, okay.
He invited us all up there, Jeff.
I'm in up there Friday. So
you are? Yeah.
Head on up.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm whispering. I might too.
You should.
I really want to. But so Tristan recorded this thing. He had left was like some kind of crackers, peanut butter crackers.
Yeah, peanut butter jar.
Making this really loud, like hummingbird wing sound. And I just remember going, that's something. That's really weird. And then we started doing research. And next thing you know, we got witnesses coming forward like crazy. And then we found that article, or David found it from like 100 years ago.
Right.
Where this woman was at a stream washing clothes. She hears what she thinks is a hummingbird quite loud. And she looks up, expected to see a hummingbird. And instead it was a Bigfoot standing there with a juvenile. So maybe there's something to do with the juvenile because this guy saw a juvenile.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
Yeah.
Maybe it's some kind of defensive mechanism for him, or some kind of extra.
Yeah, it could be.
For them.
All I know is it was his interview gave me chills because the way he could impersonate the sound so well, and he made a great effort to come. To find me up at the conference, and he had no idea. He wouldn't have thought anything of it if it wasn't for the show that we did, Tristan. That's what's good about the podcast.
Yeah, well, I'm happy. I'm glad I was able to share that, and other people have come forward since then because I've had that recording for so long. I didn't know who to take it to or what to do with it until David Ellis.
Didn't you think there was something weird with it, with that humming in there?
Oh, absolutely. But at the time, I didn't know if it was Bigfoot or not. I didn't have any other evidence, so I wasn't sure. It's just something I held on to for a long time, but I finally shared it, and I'm glad that, I'm glad more people have come forward. Even Flat Rock mentioned the woman.
But here's where it gets really cool, Tristan. When we were at Snell, and Adam can attest to this, guess what we recorded up there?
You got the same
humming.
thing.
It matches the sound you got, exact. And we got tons of it up at Snow Grove.
Cool.
And in conjunction with, all sorts of other activity. Them banging into the cabin and all sorts of crap.
I had the juvenile bush shaking up there too.
Oh, that's right. Tell that story, Adam.
Sure.
You can
going back on camera. Hold on.
Oh, you don't need to. We don't need to see in your damn lounge chair. He's like, this is like we've had car casts. Now we got the lounge chair casts.
You look comfortable.
We've had people just walk off. We've had people drive off while they're on the podcast. Go ahead, Adam.
So it was the morning that we were heading out, and Bud had woke us up early, and I went out to the back, and Bud was telling me about all the knocks and the activity he had been hearing that morning, and I walked outside thinking it was all done, but then there was a bush that was out by the outhouse, and it was shaking violently, just like the one you just described. And the only thing I could think of was a juvenile, because it was low. The bush was maybe it was a small pine tree, maybe 6 feet high. So something was behind it, shaking it. And we were having pine cones chucked at us. And yeah, it was an interesting morning, that's for sure. So that's what I got.
So we had bush shaking.
Yep.
That matches. And when we're saying bush, that doesn't sound like a Bigfoot would do a bush. That sounds like a juvenile that would shake a bush.
Well, it was too small. The tree was it was a small pine tree that was very bush-like. And it seemed to me to be too small to hide a creature that was, very tall. Because, tips of the pine trees get smaller as they go up. So it would have had to be squatting down or on its knees or something. But I felt juvenile vibes, and especially after the zip thing where the mama bear told the juvenile bear to stop doing it, and I think there was a family up there. And then the fact that we got the thunder knock later that day, that to me is Big Daddy telling us, you guys are done, get out.
Yeah, you had pine cones thrown at you. You guys heard the thunder knock that apparently was like insane loud.
Yeah, it was insane loud.
Okay, good. I'm gonna play a clip right now that could explain the thunder knock.
Okay.
Go ahead and play. Let's see here. Which one? Jeff, it is. God dang it! I've got them all labeled. I got so many clips.
Was that power not recorded?
No, we were. We were.
Of course not.
Plane. The float plane had literally flown overhead, because it has to do a multiple pass when it approaches. So it had flown overhead, tipped its wing, and then it was coming around to land on the lake. And we were just sitting there goofing around. Our luggage was already packed up and ready on the dock. So we weren't ready to record anything.
That's a piss poor excuse, Adam. You should have audio running.
That's what I think. It really was a piss poor excuse.
I know.
Tascam.
I'm going to have a GoPro strap.
Jeff, can you see that one where I put, this could explain the thunder knock? Dang it, I can't find it.
I'm one to talk. I'm always like, I have 10 hours recorded. I'm going to go to sleep. And
Oh, I found it. Clip 6, Jeff.
Clip 6.
Yep. So this could possibly explain how they would break something that it isn't a knock, it's a break. Listen, watch this clip. This is a gorilla doing it. Now watch. Wait till you hear this. That sounds like a shotgun going on. Do you hear that?
Yep.
Play that one part again. Just that towards the middle.
You know.
Now, this is a Bremy doing it. Hear that?
That's crazy.
Did it sound like that, Adam, at all?
I would say that Bud and Chris would agree with me. No, I heard something similar to that when I was in my teepee for 30 days. But the thunder knock was definitely one distinct, extremely powerful knock, and it was insane. I can't even tell you how loud it was. So, never heard it.
It's not like a shotgun sound, kind of like what that was.
Yeah, it was just boom.
Well, that's what I just played.
But there was no cracking. There was no.
Yeah, but it might have just snapped it all off in one. You know what I mean? A heavier animal.
I think Chris and Bud, they were a little closer. They might have heard something a little bit ahead of time. But yeah, for me, it was, and then the fact that I heard another knock from across the lake answering that knock, it was interesting. So.
Well, I got to witness very close to me a tree coming down just 2 weeks ago. And it was insane. I mean, the cracking, there's no wind, and all of a sudden, snap, and this big, giant tree comes down, a total healthy tree. And I looked at the guy and I go, does that happen often? He goes, only when I'm back here by the barn. And I'm like, do you have Bigfoots on your property? He's like, maybe. Well, I mean, it's crazy to be at someplace 2 minutes and have that happen right by you. That was nuts.
30 seconds after I put my camera out at Flat Rocks in Alabama, we got a tree, a 12-inch, 13-inch. They measured it. It was a big tree. And it was snapped off around 5-6 feet high.
Gosh.
Yeah.
What does that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I do want to mention when we were at bumping a couple months ago, one of the guys that was with us was playing hyena sounds.
Okay.
And like a few minutes later, we heard a big tree fall, like way out. And this was during the daytime too. I know trees fall naturally, but there's no wind.
Of course.
So I mean, it could have been a natural fall, but it was just kind of weird that after this guy was playing these hyena sounds, like he was call blasting those.
Yeah.
You just hear this big tree like in the distance fall.
Yeah.
And I even got that recorded, the tree falling. It was a pretty big tree, but we couldn't see it because it was pretty deep in the woods.
Same thing. Yeah.
But you could hear it. It was crazy.
Oh, there was no wind, just like yours.
Right.
20 feet away. It was big. We found the tree the next day. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, there's between the hums, the shaking, and then the thunder knocks, the tree falls. I mean, it's all pretty standard activity, I guess.
It's all coincidence, though.
Yeah, of course.
It's just coincidence.
Yeah.
What other stuff have you seen or heard lately since I've talked to you? It's been I haven't talked to you in like 2 years, Tristan.
Me? Well, that's the thing. Like it's been kind of quiet in the areas I've been researching for the past couple of years, but I did go to Trout Lake, which is up by Mount Adams, a month or so before I went to Bumping Lake again. And I don't know what it is, but I got something. It sounds bipedal, but I got something running up to one of my task cams bipedally during the night, and it sounds like it's something on two legs, and it comes up to the record of the task cam, and I think it scratches it, like it puts its nails on it. You can hear something scratching the task cam for like a couple of seconds, and then it just stops. And the weird thing about it is we actually had some food like apples and bananas left out like nearby, and none of that was touched by anything. So I thought that was odd. Like I thought even deer or elk would have eaten the food, but it wasn't even touched.
Yeah, they'll do that. They'll come up and take their fingernail and rub the microphone.
Yeah, that's what it sounded
a lot
like.
of that. Yep. And then once again, the reason you know it's not a rodent because you just heard a rock hit, you just heard a wood knock, you just heard a scream, and then you hear the scratching on the microphone, right?
Yeah.
It's all related. It's just boom, boom, boom. All this happens.
Hey,
Tristan. Then you hear a bonk. Like I think it even bonks the recorder too. Like there's a
I think what they're doing is throwing, either they're flicking it with their finger or they're throwing a little stone at it. Something.
Yeah, that could be.
But yeah, there's always followed by a bonk. You are absolutely right. It's so.
Hey,
yeah, go ahead.
I was camping actually above Trout Lake. I think it's Forest Road 23 that goes to Randall between there.
Yep.
And I was mushroom hunting because it was still spring. I want to say it was June, early June. But anyways, I found some wild structures back there. It's a trippy spot. But one of the things I saw was some small saplings, not saplings. They were like 5 foot Doug fir, bent over about a foot off the ground, all about a foot, and they were all bent into like a bed. Has anyone seen something like that, or is that bear? Would a bear do that?
I don't think a bear would, but they're all like into each other, like
into each other. Maybe 6 of them in a 8 foot radius, but they're all bent perfectly a foot off the ground into like a bed.
I'm hoping something like that someday.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it sounds like one of these juvenile holding areas.
Yeah, there were some weird X's around
like
there.
A crib, almost like a crib.
I've got some pictures, Doug, if you want me to send them to you.
I think they stash their juvenile. Yeah, I'd love to see them. I think they.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a possibility they stash their juveniles there.
And of course, it's a weird UFO spot too, man. That's by East Ranch up there. Kind of saw some cool stuff in the sky.
Yeah, the ranch isn't too far from there.
Minxie asks, "Is it woven?
It wasn't woven, just snapped over, but they were placed so they weren't actually hitting the ground. They were kind of floating. So I don't know if anything of substantial weight would have crushed it down. So that was kind of weird.
Would it be a herd of deer bedding? Anyway,
no, there's no way a deer would have broke those trees.
Okay,
they were a good inch thick, maybe.
How many? Yeah, no, deer aren't going to do that. How many trees were broken like that?
4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Probably around 5. It was enough to make me go, oh, that's weird. If there was only 3 or 4 kind of broken, I wouldn't have paid any attention, but they're all kind of in an oval. So it was about the size that could hold, a juvenile would have been perfect. And that's kind of what I was thinking.
Would it have made a good crib or a stash for a real young juvenile, like a newborn type?
I think so. Yeah.
It would have kept them in place and camouflaged them.
So I just jumped off the road just to look for some morel mushrooms that looked like a good spot. I was 100 feet in, so it was quite a ways off the road, but not too far. Just a random spot. And then across the street, I found some weird large X's that looked interesting. So I took some photos of that too.
Coincidence.
It's all coincidence.
It's all coincidence. Everything's coincidence.
Thank you to Tristan for admitting that he doesn't find something every time out, because we do this so often. Sometimes we come back with nothing.
Yeah.
No, and that's what I tell people. It's not like what you see on TV. You don't always find it. 90% of the time you really don't find or hear anything, in my opinion. It's not like what you see on TV on these other shows. So
right.
It bothers me when I see that, because it's like, it doesn't make these people experts or anything. It's like they're not doing anything different than what we're doing. We don't really find I don't find something all the time I go out there. It's just like everybody else is experiencing. Like maybe once in a while you hear something or see something interesting, but it's
Tristan. Do you still do any stuff near Greenwater up the White River there? Past
I haven't, not lately. No, I haven't. No.
Okay.
I know there's still campouts going on up in there.
With Barb.
Barb is still doing campouts up there.
Nice.
I might go back. I mean, it's been a while since I've been up in there. I had a really crazy, it was a banshee scream on one of the campouts a while ago when I was up in there, and this was during the daytime. It was like a really loud female banshee scream, and I was actually looking for footprints, and all of a sudden this damn scream comes out of the woods ahead of me. And I didn't get it on camera or anything because I wasn't recording at the time, but that was one of the craziest screams I've ever heard. And it only happened once. But it was like a banshee scream. It was really really loud. Yeah. Yeah. So I would like to go back up in there. Yeah. Maybe next spring. I don't know.
Last time I was on the show, I mentioned I was dinking around in forest land. I got caught by the security guard, and I told him I was looking for prints, and then he lit up and was like, oh really? And I got about 45 minutes of good stories from that guy.
Oh.
And he told me of he hears just these lonesome yells up there. He said they were lonesome cries, and which was kind of an interesting term. And a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's
I wish we got that banshee scream. That would have been great.
But. Yeah, man. But it was crazy it was so loud. It was really, because you don't expect that. It just happens all of a sudden, and that was it though. Like one banshee scream, and that was it. I wish I was recording, but I just wasn't. I was just looking for footprints.
So the second time, I promised myself I'd record 24/7. I tried, but my batteries would die, and you have to swap out cards, and then you just get invited to eat lunch or dinner, and you forget to start the recorder again. It's not like the TV shows where you've got paid camera crews walking around with cameras to try to catch it all.
You have a backup.
That's true.
Yeah.
Tristan, what do you do for batteries? Do you just get like a big DeWalt and plug it into that or something?
Well, actually, I do have like one of those battery packs. I need to put that on my Tascam, but I just been using those. I think AA batteries, those big AA batteries.
Sure.
I've been using those, but not on a Tascam. Yeah, that's the thing. On a regular Tascam, like they'll run for like 8 hours or maybe up to 10. But I need to put the battery pack on it so it will last longer than that.
Power banks. I've been using the power banks on my Tascams and other recorders, and the Zoom recorders as well. They all hook up to USB power. Those large battery banks will last for days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in construction. I have a ton of DeWalt batteries, the big 5 amps. So I've got an adapter to that, and I just plug it in there, and it's a couple days at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to use an LTR, some kind of LTR, and just leave it out there for a while. But I just use my Tascams, if I go on a camp out. I mean, that's really when I use it. I don't really leave it out there because I'm afraid somebody's going to take it. So,
anyone who's listening, ditch the AA's, start switching up battery banks.
Well, the problem, Adam, is when you're hiking, man, you want to go as light as you can. So I'll just bring 20 AA's, but then that adds up. But yeah. And I just get lazy, and I'm like, oh, nothing's gonna happen, and then that's what happens. Every time.
Okay, guys, we are at the 3:20 mark. We got to say goodbye, but just hang on. We're gonna just do some quick wisdom. We'll be right back. Stand by.
Yeah, be right back.
It's now time for Untold Radio AM Wisdom of the Week. Wonder is the first step of knowledge, but it only grows when you share it. And remember, the quietest steps often leave the deepest tracks in the forest, in memory, and in the hearts of others. Good night. We hope to see you all next week. If you like the show tonight, please consider giving us a thumbs up, leaving a nice comment, and most of all, subscribing and hitting the bell so you will be notified when a new episode is dropping. Also, please share this episode. Now back to Doug and Jeff for our wrap.
Good wisdom.
And we are back. So thank you, guys. Thanks, Tristan. I wish we would have got you on earlier. Thanks, Flat. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Jeff.
Kenny and Carl.
Yeah, Kenny and Carl and Roger and
Roger, Rusty. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all coming on.
Yeah, we do this once in a while. It's kind of fun to do, just kind of this open.
We can ramble. We rambled.
Oh yeah, I know.
All right.
But we'll be back next week with more
guys.
Crazy, fresh mysteries, untold stories that you won't hear anywhere else. And the truth is always, it's out there, man. We just need to communicate more. So good night, everybody. Stay curious, and we will see you all next week. Good night, Tristan. Good night.
Cheers.
Good night, Adam.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Jeff.
I call you up in the middle of the night. Been bothered by dreams, ain't feeling alright. You give me comfort, say just give it some time. By the end of our talk, I'm feeling just fine. You and